on Twitch right now? I'm talking about you guys right now.
No, I'm not.
Okay. It's on Twitch right now.
I'm trying to get there.
I'm talking about you guys right now.
No, I'm not.
Okay. It's on Twitch right now.
I'm trying to get there.
I'm talking about you guys right now.
No, I'm not.
Okay. It's on
You better be trying
I'm
to
trying to
chase your
get there.
tail, cat, and
I'm
not
talking
playing
about
with
you
my
guys
legs
right now.
again.
So there seems to be
No, I'm
like
not.
this.
You better be trying to
I'm
chase
trying
your
to get
tail,
there.
cat, and
I'm
not
talking
playing
about
with
you
my
guys
legs
right now.
again.
So, alright, so when I had to mute it on my end. I need you, whoever is going to be on Twitch right now, I need you guys to tell me if there's a continuous feedback loop of everything that I'm saying.
Okay, if I play it, if I unmute Twitch.
Yeah, you're going to need to listen, so you'll have to unmute it.
I mean,
Pretty.
oh, that's confusing me.
Yeah.
It's looping?
Is it...
Well, it's like it's a couple seconds behind.
Well, no, that part's normal, but what I'm saying is, are you hearing me say this over and over again?
No, it's just repeating it one time because of the delay.
Yeah, no, it sounds normal. The only thing I think is that fan in the background.
Okay, that's fine.
We can turn the one under the desk.
Please. Because what was happening when I was doing it is that there was a continuous feedback loop of me saying the same thing over and over and over, and that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Endless echo chamber.
Yeah, exactly. So as long as that's not happening right now, then I think we'll be okay. I hope it's not happening right now.
It's not.
Okay.
Well, not from our Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sounds good.
That's
It's
good.
going to start it all up until someone else comes on, and then...
Don't jinx us, Robin.
Gosh, Robin,
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Why are you doing that, man?
I metered it.
Okay. So I think that
about a month back, maybe using some of the Patreon funds to get me a new headset. I think I'm going to need that because it's becoming more erratic.
yeah. Max, that was your job.
And at the
Oh, are
moment,
you not listening?
the headphones, my current headphones are held together
sounds good.
exclusively with packing tape and prayer.
Okay, like I said, that's Max's responsibility, so you'll need to talk to him about it, and he's not on the thing right now, and we will handle it later.
Okay.
Text me. What did I do wrong? Text it to me. I'll fix it.
Alright.
Just thought I'd get that out before game started.
Oh man, technical bullshit. It sucks. Alright, has anybody listened to the fan background noise?
Yeah, I was just on there and it sounded fine. I could hear Robin. I could not hear that.
Okay. Sounds good enough. We've been working on getting our mic pickup, the gain, to go a little bit higher, and so hopefully we're managing it without catching like all of the background noise. Anyway, enough of that bullshit. It's time to do some gaming! So, thank you everybody for joining us this evening. We are playing Iron Kingdoms. Can somebody handle social media posts, please? Because I did not schedule them. Because I'm a terrible person. Didn't schedule things.
Sure, I'll take care of Facebook.
Well, we can post from Instagram and it'll go to all of it.
That would be
Twitter
awesome,
and
please.
Facebook.
Oh. Anyway.
Yep. Well, if you can Instagram it, Grandma Instant it, and then I will like it onto my Instagram, and all my foodie followers will see it.
That's fucking weird.
I have a cult following.
I don't get it.
I got 2 more followers today.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Good job,
I love you, foodie people.
I guess.
Foodie's your day.
Oh man.
You okay, Cassie?
No, I'm fucking stressed right now. It's like build up behind my eyeballs because I just want things to fucking work. That would be great. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna shove right on in. We're playing Iron Kingdoms. Right now, our cast of characters have been having a very great time trying to figure out a bunch of stuff. Anybody write anything down and want to take over the catch everyone up while I get my head together?
Sure.
Thank you.
Last we left off, there was some incident at the Tipsy Donkey in the Industrial Burg, and I got myself kicked out of the works. No, wait, that's like 2 game sessions ago.
That's many game sessions ago.
Yeah.
We were just about ready to get together and leave and go find the entrance to that dungeon.
Oh, that's what those instructions are.
Yeah, I had been
Just to figure
followed
out
by
when
a
it's
magical
open.
bird.
Yeah, sorry. We're gonna try to get to the temple as soon as we figure out when it's open and where the heck it is.
And I had gotten with a fellow worker, Taka, because he knows about Our Lady of the Gears. And we plotted a map to where it was supposed to be, like the actual temple in the swamp. So I have a physical map with it on there. And then also I was going to have a slumber party with Nefera and talk about our daddy issues.
Yeah, and Nefera was preparing for that and also doing some stargazing to try to figure out when the temple would be open and determine the stars would be right from information she'd found, and like figured the stars are going to be right in 3 days.
Ah, yes. So, for the sake of the story moving forward, we are going to replace the sleepover inside of another action sequence so we can get the game rolling. You have... Nefera has discovered that there are 3 days before the stars align and the Temple of Cyrus opens for the first time in 13 years. Once every 13 years, it opens and people are able to go into the temple itself. It's part of a greater mechanism that only the high priests of Cyrus understand. Taka and Inari have been hard at work trying to figure out a physical location based on a bunch of mathematical and geographical information on how things are supposed to line up with the ley lines of Cyrus. And our good friends Yashiram and... Did you help? I think you did.
Yeah.
And Emmett have talked to a old swamper by the name of somebody. Madrin. Madrin, and he gave you all in directions on how to get to the temple itself.
5 leagues up the Black River, turn east, head 20 leagues into the swamp. Second of the small lakes, southern shore, 1 league through the swamp.
Okay. So, 3 different groups with 3 different pieces of information. Oh, also, the pigeon that had been following Yashiram around last session has returned back to Agon in the woods, and has informed Agon that he is needed in town. Is that correct?
Yes.
Excellent. So there's 4 different plot threads here. Why don't you guys go ahead and role play out how they all come together? So that way we can move forward with figuring out how to actually get over there.
Who wants to start?
I will return to the university and wait there because that's where I think people would know to find me.
Okay. So you, once you received the message via pigeon, you make your way back to the university, and let's see, it should take a little bit of time, unless it was during the day, because I can't quite remember. We'll just say it was during the day, so you make it back to the university around the same time that Nefera has discovered the limited amount of time that you all have to accomplish what you need to accomplish.
So when you rise back at the university, is it day, night, morning?
It's nighttime because she would have had to find that out at night.
So
She
he
was
comes back at night.
doing some stargazing to make sure that everything was aligned, so yes.
Okay.
It is dark when you arrive back at the university.
Is Nefera at the university now?
Nefera, you have just recently discovered that you have 3 days in order to get to, find and get to the Temple of Cyrus and thwart Alexia from whatever her nefarious purposes are.
It involves undead, so it has to be, it's nefarious by definition.
Yes, but not
Nothing good comes from
nefarious.
undead.
Not nefarious, but nefarious.
Ha, ha, ha.
Bwahaha.
Yeah,
That's
so,
It is.
I go, let's see, I think, she'd actually, no, probably wouldn't, but she'd immediately start going for her room.
Okay.
Okay, here, she was on her way back from talking to Inari. And that was when she looked up, and it was at night, and that was when she discovered that the stars were
Okay.
aligned. So.
And how are you, as Nefera, interjecting yourself into the story at this point to include our good friend Agon?
He
What are you
arrived.
doing?
He arrived, and I almost walk into him because I'm so focused on getting to my room so I can get everything put together, and then I can go.
Okay. Well, let's roleplay this out. So you're walking up, you've discovered this incredible amount of information, you're thinking over everything, trying to, confirm that yes, this is exactly how long we have left, and, we have to do something quick, we don't have a lot of time, and then boom! You almost fall on your butt because you ran into a brick wall called Agon. Go ahead.
Greetings, Nefera.
Greetings.
Have we found any new information since I last talked to you?
3 days. We have 3 days. I don't know if anyone knows where it is, but we've got 3 days to find it and get there. It'll be open then.
Okay. Do you think we should rest tonight, or should it start in the morning, or should we start now?
Rest tonight. Well, do you know where it is?
I know it's south of here in the swamps. That's it.
Let us send messengers to the others and see if they know where it is, more precisely where it is. And but we should rest.
Okay. I'll look for messengers to send from the university. I won't use the bird. I'll send actual people.
Well, you can send university pigeons if you would like to send messages that way. You don't necessarily have to hire a person, and you don't have to enchant them either.
Also, they don't know swear language and curse a lot like the other one you got. They're a little bit more civilized.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
One even
I'll
has a
send the
monocle.
pigeons.
Okay. And who are you sending pigeons to?
All of them.
All of them. Okay. Okay. So, what are you saying in these messages?
Where should we meet, Nefera? Here?
Let's look at. Let me look at the map of Corvus. That's on the.
You should all meet at the university. 2 of you are at the university. That's more than enough.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
A message will summon them to the university.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So you all put together the messenger pigeons, and 3 of them fly off into the night. Yashiram, it's been a long day. You've got some really great information, but it's you are planning on finding Inari because she's very busy. So tomorrow will be great, and you have a good good evening to rest up in some peace and quiet.
Did we find out what we found out here the same night that she determined the amount of time left, or did we find that out?
This is all happening the same day.
Yeah,
The same day?
Yeah, it's the
It's
same
all
day.
the same day.
Okay. Very cool.
Yep. So as you're settling in for the night, nice and relaxing, a tapping comes at your chamber window.
Oh man. Well, I don't know. I recently had a bad experience with a bird, so I'll I don't know, approach it cautiously. I don't want it to talk to me again.
Well, do you keep your curtains open or closed?
Oh, I do keep my curtains open typically until bedtime.
Okay. So
Yeah.
as you approach the curtains, very cautiously, you see that it is that pigeon. That pigeon is outside of your door, or outside of your window, tapping,
rap,
with its little,
rap,
it's
rap.
pecking at it with its
Oh,
beak.
okay.
Tap 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 tap.
Hey man, you got some bread?
Can I see if it's carrying anything? Like
You'll have to
maybe-
get closer.
Okay, I'll get closer, but I'm still not gonna open that window until I'm sure.
Okay, you do a perception check.
All right. Yeah, big metal dice. 27.
Ah, you see now as you approach closer that it is not actually the same pigeon. It's a different pigeon. It looks much more. It looks well groomed and well kept.
It's got a monocle.
Yeah, it was the slight waviness in the glass panes of the window that, like, from a distance, I thought it was the same pigeon, but then once I got closer, the distortion was lessened.
Yes,
And I could
and
tell.
you do notice that there is a small slip of paper that's been wrapped around its little leg and tied with a string.
Oh, a missive. So I'll open the window and hopefully the pigeons are not going to attack me when I try to get that note off.
No, they're well-trained carrier pigeons.
Excellent.
So
Yeah, so I'll
you
read my
unravel the
message.
note, and as you retrieve the note, the bird flies away back to its home.
Excellent. Not a word spoken.
Not a word spoken.
Just the way I like my pigeons.
Not even a goddamn tip. What an asshole.
So, you open the small scroll, and you see that it is Agon, who is saying that they have very important information about when the temple will be opened, and you must come to the university.
Actually, I think that's a lot to write on a tiny slip of
I know.
paper. Probably just to
He
say it
maybe
says,
writes very tiny handwriting, so you have to get a magnifying glass.
I would assume it more said,
Those
Comes-
notes can be rolled up.
the
You
pigeon.
can roll up a note.
It's not an unladen swallow. It can't carry heavy. Never mind. I'm
It's
done.
okay, but that's
Coconuts.
it doesn't have to say that specifically, but that's
Coconuts.
what you get, John. A
Excellent.
missive to the university from your good friends Agon and Nefera.
Well, I mean, obviously it's urgent from the wording. So I'll put on some fresh socks before I put my boots back on and go back out into the world.
You have socks.
Okay.
Socks are important. But I'm expecting that my friend Emmett has either also gotten a pigeon or will have gotten word some other way. So I'm going to take a route that will put me on his path, just in case we meet each other on the way to the university.
Okay. So Inari, it's been a very long day. You've had to play catch up because of you and Taka's break time shenanigans. So you've been at the Steamworks for a good part of the evening. When you return back to the Quad Iron Inn, you find that there is a note that is from Agan saying that he's back at the university and requests your person there.
Is this the same night that would have been the sleepover?
Yes, would have been the sleepover.
Okay, would have been. Okay, then I will gather some food before I leave from the front and grab a bottle of wine because I have not eaten or had anything.
It's been a very long day.
It's been a super long day, and then I guess
I'm assuming that because they didn't say if they wanted you there right away or not, you're just going to have to assume whether or not you want to leave at night or not. Because it is dark outside now.
Time to get up, grab and stab, and go right across town like a charger on its steed.
Well, so I'm looking at the map trying to figure out where everybody is, because if she was closer on the way than Emmett would be, then I would swing by her, the Quad Iron instead.
What section of town are you in?
I believe the Armorsburg.
Okay, is that...
yeah, because he's above Pete's pistols.
Yeah, Pitts pistols.
Pete's pistols.
Armorsburg
Is down here, and there's the university.
University is... you would actually are the closest to the university, John, so you would actually have to do a loop around to pick up the other two.
I'm an E.
Yeah, he's in E, and Sarah's in A. So, and you're in D, so you'd basically be going the very, very, very
The long
roundabout way.
Scenic route.
Yeah. Which you could do if you'd like.
Yeah, you know what? I think that I would start doing that, because then I could collect an Ari and I could collect Emmett.
And
Emmett would
the bird
probably-
would have gotten to you the fastest anyway, so...
Yep. Yeah.
So where are you coming from?
So I'm coming from here.
Okay.
I'm gonna meet you over here, and then Emmett's across the river. there.
Okay. Well, he's definitely next to the works too.
Mhm.
So that'll be good. He'll pick me up first. We'll go to the works. I'll get Mick grab and stab. We'll pick up. We'll pick up Emmett.
Okay.
Steal my grab.
And,
Yeah, I'm near the works, which is in E, right?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, that's where I live at.
yeah. So we can do the roundabout and pick up Mick grab and stab. It's not stealing because they know I take him.
No.
I keep him in a shed out back.
Sounds like a justification.
Yeah. It's fine.
Alright. So you all,
Well,
we'll just say that you meet up because I don't know if you guys want to roleplay that out.
I have something to roleplay, so
Okay.
if they're going to do their thing, let them do their thing.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
come get me.
Okay, yeah. So I'll walk up to the quad because I know that's where you live. And if you're not already down, I'll just.
I'm waiting for food at the bar because I'm gonna pack up my stuff and probably take a chance.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
So I'm getting prepped.
So I see you down in the common room, and I approach and say, Inari, did you get the bird?
I got a message from the front desk. I'm sure there was a bird. Why?
Oh well.
Did you get a bird?
Yes. It got him. He's back from the woods, and he has some information. It sounded urgent. I'm heading that way in a roundabout manner.
Excellent, because I have information as well.
Excellent, because I have information as well.
Excellent. I'm just waiting on food.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't take too long to get some pot seed.
Yeah.
They just scoop some out of a bowl of the pot, throw it in there, stick a piece of bread on top of it. There's your food, especially this late at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always keeps a plate of whatever dinner was, like, packed up and waiting for me.
Oh, that's adorable.
I know,
She pays
he's
him a lot
very...
of money.
She does.
I paid him a lot of money ahead of time.
Yeah.
So.
Do you see these coins? These coins, that means you're my bitch. No, I'm just joking. No, actually, I'm serious.
Yeah. So I have quite a bit of food because it's been a long night, and he always packs extra. And then a bottle of just, I guess, some sack mead, something like that. And then we can head off.
Do it that way, please.
All right. Well, you eat and everything. I'm gonna keep watch on the front door for Emmett to pass by because he'll be heading that way too.
No, let's just go. I can eat and walk.
Oh,
walk
okay.
and-
Well,
walk and
yeah.
eat.
Wrap it up. We'll take it. We head back out into the night to find Emmett.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, my encounter with you guys will happen when you get to the actual armory to get McGrabbenstab.
Okay.
So, when you guys are leaving with McGrabbenstab is when my little show appears. So,
Okay.
Excellent.
go with
All right.
that.
So yep. Then we'll start from there.
Have
Yep.
a plan.
They've
Walking-
got the grab and stab.
Walking up
Okay.
to the...
Yeah.
Yeah, she convinced me on the way there that we should stop and get grab and stab before.
Oh yeah, we have to stop. If we're going out into the woods, we're definitely going to need him.
So, as you guys are heading out into the street away from the, I forgot what the place is called. The Engineers Guild?
The
Steamworks.
works.
Steamworks. The works. There is a horse, a donkey-drawn cart and horse. The horse has a rider, a young person in a cloak, and the cart has a driver in a cloak, and they're heading in that direction toward where you guys are coming out, and the driver will flash a hooded lantern towards you guys, and a familiar voice will call out, oh man, I gotta get the accent. Hang on one second. Das is good. Inari, what are you doing dragging out hunk of metal this late at night?
Hey, don't talk about McGrabbenstab like that. He's not just any hunk of metal.
I ride up and I'm driving the cart. Next to me is my horse, and on it is Thomasina. A stoutful eye will notice that both of us have dirt on our boots, and there are shovels in the back of the cart. And this is not a cart that I've ever been seen with before, nor is the donkey.
What have you two been up to?
It's best not to ask so many questions.
I smile and I give an elbow to Thomasina, who immediately pipes up, "We've been gardening." And she looks to me for confirmation. I give a wink. Gardening. Nightshade. Only best to be buried and unburied in the dark. What are you two doing around these parts? By the way, I have a bottle of wine. And I have been drinking and driving.
Drinking and handling.
No, it's actually called driving.
Gotta drive the mules.
So, now, what are you two doing out?
We got messages that Gon is back at the university. Plus, I have come up with some very interesting information on our destination.
This is good. Both, man, I got my notes mixed up. I just poured wine all over myself. I'm a mess. I'm an alcoholic mess. I'll get it. Give me 1 second.
This is method acting, right?
This is method acting. Yeshirim and I also got the words of stuff. And Yeshirim, I found the man who dropped some maps. They are not good maps, but they are maps.
Excellent. Any map will be helpful.
I have a map,
We have a map.
but I have a map.
Your
We
map
also
might be
have-
better than our map, but
At least we have two perspectives on it.
yeah.
Positivity.
We should head to the university.
Do you want to put Metal Man in the back of cart to move faster?
Yes!
All right. Don't break it. I just got it.
It's a very nice cart.
The donkey is new too. New to me. I have named him Edbert.
Edbert?
Edbert.
Are you bringing Thomasina along?
No. So on the course of as we begin continuing on, I looked at Thomasina and I'm going to take off my dirty boots and stuff like that. And I change out of my dirty clothes that I'm wearing. I have dirt on my gloves, my pants, my boots. And I'm going to toss them into a sack. She also pulls off her dirty boots, but she's not wearing dirty pants. Well, she's wearing like overpants. So she'll pull those off as well and change into non-dirty clothes. And then we toss them all into a bag. And I instruct her on how to clean them tomorrow when the sun comes up. And what to do with the wash water specifically. And anyone who's wise and paying attention will notice that there are 2 shovels, a pick, a rake, and a long bundle in the back of the cart. But I don't mention any of this stuff in the cart, but I make sure that my grab and stab doesn't lean onto my tools.
Yes.
And I'm wise, but I tend to make it a point to not notice things when I'm around Emmett, because the less I know, the less I can answer for later.
I'm gonna peek at what's in the bundle.
Well, do you grab the big end or the small end? Or do you open it in the middle?
I just kind of like peek in.
The
In the
small
middle.
end, in the middle, you're going to see a rifle butt. Or the rifle stock. With like, I think it had filigree on it, and matchlock, and some packets of ammunition.
Yeah, it was a nice one.
It was. It is. It was in past tense. I like the way he says that.
It wasn't nice.
Yeah.
One. Now
I'll
it's
cover it up. I'll cover it back up really quickly and just kind of like.
So when we get toward where Beth's house is, Thomasina will dismount. I give her a hug, make sure that she knows what she's to do, and then she quickly runs up to the house, unlocks it, and heads in and pulls the gate shut behind her. The horse is with us. I'll give a whistle, and the horse will come over toward me. I'm just going to latch it to the side of the cart and continue driving.
Okay.
I'm taking the light horse with. It's on my character sheet, but I figured tonight I've decided to steal myself a donkey, a cart, because I got to move more than one person here in the future. I didn't realize it was going to be now, and we'd also broken into like a cartographer's house to try to find some extra maps. I'm assuming I got nothing worthwhile considering it's the center of the swamp, but I still stole maps because they're worth money.
Roll a d4.
Oh, a D4. I have my dice.
A d4 plus 1. That's how many maps of value you got.
5 valuable maps. Let me write that shit down.
I'll have to compare those.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. That'd be good. I have so much shit I have to write on the side of my character sheet now. You know what? I've got low soft boots. I'm going to put a lantern. I'm trying to find something I can get rid of. Nope, I need that food. You know, I'm going to get rid of that. 4 pounds of dried bread. Who carries that shit around?
Dried bread?
Yeah.
Crackers, basically.
Yeah, 4 pounds of stale crackers.
Hardtack.
Yup.
You take a bite. It's a meal.
Yeah, it's energy. It's not good though.
Yeah, of course not. Have you ever had hardtack?
Probably not.
It's not good at all.
Oh, the Holy Ring of Moro. I also don't have that anymore. I gave it to somebody special. So she can hang on to it.
Okay.
So it's of about 250 silver pieces worth of maps.
Shit, yeah.
That's so much.
Okay. So on the ride, I'll show the. I have a hooded lantern, and I'll show it. The maps. Now that Yoshiram's with us, I don't have a worry about the town guard. I have my hall pass.
Yep.
Excellent. And I'll mention, I need to look through these to compare with what we already have. Well, whenever we get to the university.
Okay.
So, I guess fast forward to the
Yep,
university
we're
now.
fast
All right,
forwarding.
everybody.
And we're there.
Hop, hop.
Alright, so yeah, I guess
Welcome everyone to my humble abode.
Oh.
Yeah. We're all out in the university garden.
It's pretty late to be out in the garden. Well, I guess you guys see us ride up on cart with a horse and a giant machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, McGrabbistab is dangling his legs off the back of the cart.
We couldn't actually fit him like standing upright, so yeah, his legs are kind of like dangling off the back.
He's laying
Yeah.
in the cart with his legs hanging off. Because if he's sitting up, the whole cart's sticking up and the donkey's like kicking in midair.
Exactly. Balance it out a little bit.
I'll shine the hooded lantern on them if we see people in the garden as
Okay.
we ride up.
Sure. You shine them off and you see 2 ghostly figures, and then you realize that it's just Nefera and Agon.
God, because he hides in the shadows all the time, and Nefera because she's pasty white because she's Nefera.
Yep. You see Slender Man.
Oh my gosh.
So
I'll jump up on top of the cart and like stand up and start waving at them.
Nefera! We're here!
I'll wave back and approach the cart.
I will hop off and give a warm greeting, handshakes, and hugs to whoever.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll do the same, but when I embrace a gun, I'll say, please don't ever send one of your demon pigeons after me again.
Demon pigeon. Whatever do you want, sir?
And at the same time, the Pharaoh goes, demon pigeon?
It wouldn't stop following me and talking.
That's exactly what it was supposed to do. It works perfectly.
I don't think it was a demon pigeon.
Well, I much prefer the ones with handwritten notes.
Whatever.
I will make a note of it.
We should. Is there a lighted space that we can go to inside the university? We have some news.
Yeah, from the sounds of it, everyone has some news.
I have new donkey and cart.
And we also have directions.
I have no news.
Yeah, well, at the I have donkey and cart, and Pharaoh's going to have one of her little moments where she. I don't think that will fit inside the university.
Oh no, the donkey needs actually. Do you have a stable here? We should probably put up the donkey and the horse and get them some food and water. You know,
Yeah,
take care
absolutely.
of animals.
I will. I will lead the animals to the stable.
I will
And-
grab and stab out of the cart. Then I will pull the package out of the back of the cart and sling the package onto my back, and then say, You can have shovels, rakes, and stuff. I no longer need them. My midnight gardening is over for now.
Tee.
Okay.
Why are you gardening in the middle of the night?
I don't know. I think it's a weird new hobby.
Yeah, it's really just best not to ask too many questions.
I know his secret.
I can hear them talking. I just kind of laugh as I unlatch the donkey and the horse to the cart. And I whistle to the horse, giving it eye contact and say, "Listen to Druid." And then that's it. I can't tell the donkey shit because I just found him. I haven't been training him.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
I'll call again. I'll take them to my room.
And,
Alex,
Probably not
I'll
when
meet you
you're
there.
ready.
and I park the cart somewhere on the side so we can come back to it. Hopefully nobody takes it. If they do, I'll get another one.
Okay. All right. So you all enter the university after everything has been handled with animals. We'll say that you go into one of the smaller libraries with a lamp that's on the long table in the study area. And let's see. Who wants to divulge their information first?
I do. So I will pull up one of the stools closest, so I can kind of climb up where I'm halfway on the table, halfway not on the table because I am short. Pull the large map out and roll it across the big table and put little weights down so it'll hold it open and say, "So, I had a long talk with my contact, and we did a lot of comparing, and we did some math, which was interesting, to say the least. And we've come up with this coordinate here for where the temple entrance should be."
You keep saying coordinate. What is this coordinate?
Oh, so on a map you have different
Directions.
Yeah, right, directions. But they line up whenever you have it on a map in this little points, and then at a intersection, that's where the coordinates are because it's so much on.
I'm staring
What?
at her strangely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Anyway,
Have you ever heard of this guy called Rene Descartes? Oh wait, wrong world.
But Nifera's nodding because she knows stars. And
So-
star charts are on a similar pattern.
right. So
Yeah,
it's
they-
basically you can know how far away something is from your current location with the map with coordinates if you know which direction you have to go. Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how it
Continue
goes.
to stare at her
Anyway.
like I don't know what she's talking about.
So-
because I've only
Okay.
sailed for 12 years
So
of my life.
I'll lean over the map in front of me and be like, Emmett, what were the directions that Madrid gave us?
I'm going to
And
throw
I'll-
out the maps that I found on top of this map, but I'll use her weights because I'm not going to pull out my father's weights. And this map, and it's got a roughly drawn swamp on it. I have them written here. Hang on. They're somewhere. I'm now throwing papers here and there.
You see that he has several very nicely
Collection of
pinned maps. And it's not like pinned maps with some illuminated manuscript.
a pile of receipts, stuff like that. A note from somebody. And then I pull out the tiny napkin.
All of these other things, he's like, oh yes, so he rolls all of the other ones up very quickly so the eyes don't keep staying on them, and he tosses out this scrap of paper that has some stains on it. Looks like it was somebody's napkin.
It was
Cool.
5 leagues, and I just put my knife into it, thunk, drop it in so it stays. But the piece of paper isn't over her maps. It's on my, outside. 5 leagues up the Black River, turn east, head 20 leagues into the swamp. Second
Exactly. So
of the
I'm
small
hoping you
lakes.
measured that out.
Yeah. So
So-
from where on the map that we are, I start making little hand gestures
to start measuring, and,
Yeah, and
Yashirim is helping me.
Yeah, I'm helping her try to like figure out the directions
I'm
as he's
staring
saying
at
them
them.
on the map that we have.
Well,
And,
you're reading out, out
how
the
good are you?
instructions.
How good are you, John? How good are you at that?
Um,
Putting the measure.
I hope.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Is that a survival roll?
who has geography? Knowledge geography.
Who does have
Well,
knowledge
I have-
geography?
I have knowledge local.
I have a +10 in knowledge local.
Well, your knowledge local is not necessarily around the swamps. You can read a map.
My knowledge is in navigation and
Yeah.
piloting a boat.
Okay.
Do you have knowledge geography, sir?
I do.
Ooh.
All right, so wait, I got an idea. All right, see how this works out. So she's doing all this finger stuff, and so is he. And I lean and go, no. This is not how you use map. You use map by pinpoint locations and following straight lines. We need ruler, and I'm like slapping down a ruler and arguing
Oh
with
no,
them.
before you say you say you need to look, Nefera slaps on the straight edge ruler immediately.
And my point, yeah, exactly. And so you go from here, and I'm starting like pinpoint stuff and do it the way that you would if you were on a ship.
Yeah, so, the three of you are doing instructions and trying to figure things out, and the three of you got 3 different locations.
No. These are the 2 lakes.
And, Agon...
And then
yeah.
I walk in because I was taking care of the horses, and I see what you guys are doing, and I've got this really confused look on my face. And
As you walk in, you see them arguing over, no, it's over here, based on, and they're going back and forth between this really, well-made, geographical map, and then and comparing it to this really shitty, like, hand-drawn with, like, tiny instructions, along the sides of the map. And it looks like they're trying to compare and consolidate the two of them. So,
Well, my math came from like actual math equations.
Well,
so I'm
these
like,
instructions
this
come from someone who was there.
Yep.
Right, but math.
yes,
Because
But
this
instructions.
is where the ley lines are.
No.
Geographical ley
Hey,
lines.
Yeah, sure. Ley lines. But this is how long a league is, not this.
But still, but math. It's this many miles and this far, so you have
What
to
is
do
mile?
it like this.
What is mile? These words you make.
Yeah, and
Mile.
Nefera's in the corner leafing through a book, ignoring, going, what
I
are
am
you
currently just leaning against the wall.
alright,
I am doing
Agon.
nothing. I am currently leaning against the wall.
Alright, Agon,
Okay.
you want to come in here and save the day of these silly landlubber, like...
I rolled a 23 for geography,
Uh-huh.
so I'm going to walk up, look at the map without touching it, look at the information, and then I'm just going to put my finger on the map and say it's right there.
It's right there, guys.
I'm going to stop what I'm doing and stare at him. And then look to Anari and Yashirim.
And I'm going to say, let's see, I don't know how to fake this, how to
Fake
act
it.
this.
Just do it.
Fake it. Just say whatever.
So with the information given on this thing, it's really quite obvious that you are supposed to follow the
natural lines of the
contour of the
waterways.
mountainside, which causes the river to flow this way next to it. Blah blah blah. It's right here.
Excellent.
Good job.
So, based on, the geography, which you actually have direct experience with now because you have been going through the forest and the swamp areas around the city, so you have a pretty good understanding about how it should look and how, if there was instructions on getting through places, the ways that you would use to get through them. As far as for commercial or for your average traveler. So yeah, he is really confident that he has the right location If everybody else, do you feel that he's confident in his location? Because you all have been arguing over your 3 different ones.
So, in like relative to where our 3 locations was, where is his location?
Is
it like in the middle?
Is it closer to somebody's?
No, well, not closer. No. I'm not saying like where is it closer, because like if let's say mine was up here and John says it's over here, and then Emmett says it's in here, and then it's like triangulated within those 3 marks.
Oh no, it looks like it's actually closer to it's closest to John's.
Roll a die. Okay.
And then but second closest to Inari's, and yours is kind of like off in left field because you're using.
I'm using nautical terms to determine this.
Yeah.
I'm near the edge of the map, near something that looks like a pile of poo.
So, because you forget that you're also accounting for the curvature of the Earth and the horizon and stuff, and so you don't have that stuff here. You don't need to go that far out.
We live on a flat world, maybe.
Yeah, it's okay.
The land is flat.
I'm not going to say anything. Emmett's just going to lean back, pull his knife out of his little piece of paper, and slide it back into his hip by making it disappear into the sleeve of his cuff. And then I will say, I have cart, donkey. We have way to go. If need, I can get other horses. They will not do well in swamp. At some point, we must leave behind.
Do you remember what the man said for instructions on how to get to that location?
We ride the road for a while. Nope. All I've got is.
Through the swamp.
Sorry, what was that, Ronan?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. The first instructions. 5 leagues up the Black River. I say, we have horse and cart. We can move lots of things. We're going to need supplies. I figure we can take a boat upriver. Otherwise, we ride for a long time. Long time. Going upriver, boat, best choice.
Do we have, out of character, do we have an actual map of where it is? Or...
You have the maps that you all have brought together.
As players, we do not. We're just ad-libbing.
Okay, got it.
We have these instructions, and the first line of the instructions tell how we're supposed to get there. 5 leagues up the Black River. So, I mean, we could ride horses and carts. We're still going to need to get across the river and stuff like that, so it's probably best if we just hit a boat.
Well, yeah, why don't you read the rest of the instructions?
5 leagues up the Black River, turn east, head 20 leagues into the swamp.
Through the nameless bayou.
I didn't write that part down.
Oh, yeah, see, there's the thing.
I was shorthanding it.
Emmett is thinking that, we can just follow the river up and go by horse and everything's fine.
Yeah? Look, I don't make plans very well.
What was those steps? One more time, I'm sorry. Can you just read them all?
Yeah.
Well, so...
I can read my handwriting, or we could ask the GM if she would kindly regurgitate everything that was said, because... my shorthand sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, great and powerful GM, please grace us with a repeat of the description of the path to the
We call
swamp
to you,
castle.
divine GM, lovingly in your name. Yes.
All right. So, the temple is 25 leagues from Corvus. 5 leagues up the Black River, and you turn east into a nameless, slime-choked bayou. You follow that for another 20 leagues or so, and then stopping when you come to the second of 2 small lakes. From there, from the southern shore of the lake, the temple is 1 league march through the swamp. So, Mr. Madrin has informed you that you have to go by boat up until you get to that second of 2 lakes, and then you have to trek through the swamp.
So that bayou probably, if we can get a boat to take us up to that bayou and then into the bayou, great. Otherwise, we're going to need a flat-bottom barge when we hit that bayou, and we're going to have to make our own way.
Yep.
Kind of flat-bottom barge. Can we start with a flat-bottom barge?
Oh, gosh, man, no, not going up a river. That's a bad idea.
Well, remember, this is the Shatter. This is the Iron Kingdoms. They have steamboats, so flat bottom steamboats that
Which is possible.
would be the ones where if you were going to hire a boat, that's a great option. There's
What
other boats
about-
that go upriver, so
What about something like an airboat? Is there anything like that?
there is not.
No.
Nope.
Well, so what about something like what Davy
They can't
Crockett
make fans.
and the River Pirates used,
There are those.
like a pole boat.
The pole boats, they are slower, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah, sure, you guys can totally do a pole boat.
We won't get there in 3 days.
Well, I don't know how long we have to get there.
Exactly.
We haven't-
Totally-
We haven't,
Oh,
we
right,
haven't
right.
discussed that yet.
Right.
So I'll say the best option is to hire a boat, go upriver, and if we cannot get ferryman or barge to take us through bayou, we hoof it, but that might be difficult. So we need to speak to people who know. We have time to handle this. We just need to look around for boat.
When Emmett says we have time, there's a lump and sound of someone jumping.
We do not have time,
Yeah,
guys,
but no.
and I will let Nafara
No,
take it
no.
from here.
Yeah, and well, I was just gonna say that's the one. And you look over and see that Nefera's cat just knocked a book on her head. Like, now you need to pay attention. I have 3 days.
3 days?
This is not good. You should have told us earlier. How long have you known?
3 days.
Since nightfall.
Okay, that is reasonable to not have told us sooner, because at least Hagan has magic pigeons that get our attention.
So, we have 3 days to find it, or 3 days to find it and to get out of there? Like, is it gonna lock us in or something if we're not out in time?
That is not something that is known. What is known is that every 13 years, the door to the temple opens.
These things usually open up for like 5 to 6 days. You know, that way people can come in and out after a while. Then they shut. Like bad seasonal restaurant.
Yeah, or worst case, I'm sure you can just push the door open from the inside. I mean,
Yeah.
who's gonna make a temple
And
that's gonna lock them
Or
in?
just make sure it does not. Try and make sure it does not shut.
Take the door off its hinges.
This place is magic, guys.
Shit.
I don't think that's... This thing is powered by magic. It's made of magic.
Hey,
This is a
let's
bad
see.
idea.
Oh, Jordana. You have horrible roll. 17.
What are you trying to find out?
See if I know anything about what kind of door this sort of thing.
Nope. You do not have an understanding of what kind of mechanisms go with this door, other than that it's uniquely timed with something that has to do with the cult of Cyrus, and it has some unknown importance of being opened
Does
once every
anyone
13
have-
years.
Does anyone know anything about the cult of Cyrus or religions in general?
Nah.
No.
No one?
I only know what I've gotten from Taka, which isn't much.
Yeah, he's given you all the information that he understands, as he understands it.
So none of us, in other words, out of character, none of us have knowledge religion.
Well,
No.
I have knowledge religion, but I rolled a 7.
Oh.
So I'd say I don't really have that clear an understanding of the Church of the Cult of Cyrus.
So,
I'm
right,
I'm more familiar with the cults of Nisor and Isles. I'd say
Okay.
the Elven gods.
Do we know anyone familiar with the cult of Cyrus?
Nope. Not super familiar.
No.
So no.
Have time to, even if we did, would we have time to find them and ask?
Yeah, so on that note, Yashir has been poring over the map trying to determine how long it will actually take for us to trudge 25 leagues through the swamp, even if we do hire a boat. And I just rolled a natural 1 on a survival roll. Is that what it would have been?
Yeah.
No, it'd be more like a knowledge local.
Yeah, we'll do knowledge local.
Oh, well, in that case, it's an 8.
If you want it, could I do knowledge geography to determine the on assignment would take?
It would be more of a knowledge. You could try using geography, yeah.
Yeah, 13.
I'm not gonna roll.
Yeah, no.
So, sorry,
not
out of
Bible
character, like 25 leagues is... Oh, that's nautical leagues.
That's why I'm not rolling, because they're much larger than regular leagues.
I mean that's fine.
Oh.
Nautical leagues to miles because we have to go down water anyway.
Yeah.
But like miles we have to cover is 86 miles. It's doable.
Yeah, we're gonna be hauling ass.
I mean, if on foot a person can go, and this is out of character, just for everybody's edification, a person can go 20 miles a day,
Yeah.
about 20 miles a day
Yeah, so
Okay.
just so
on foot.
just so you have a good idea, in the book, they're saying the 25 leagues is 75 miles.
Okay,
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Good. Good. Yeah, we can do
So
that.
still 20 a day is only 60.
If we're on foot,
3 days.
but we're not taking foot, we're getting
Yeah,
on a
we're gonna take a
steamboat
boat.
that goes chugga 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 choo 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 choo. They got a whistle you can blow and everything,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna go with, because you guys don't have knowledge of steam vessels, Inari, you'd probably be the closest one to be able to do that with a knowledge engineering. That's the closest that I think you guys are gonna get to understanding how long it actually takes for a boat to go up
She
river.
probably once saw a chart one time.
Right.
I mean, I have knowledge mechanica. Would that work?
No.
Oh, okay.
Mechanica is for jacks.
Can I
Okay.
spend some sort of badassery point to say that I know a steamboat captain, or at least have drunk with one? Because I mean, shit, I drink with everybody.
What is...
So I gotta-
To what end?
Oh, just to know a name, to maybe look for a captain or find somebody who goes up the Black River.
Or just to know the name of a boat that's leaving tomorrow morning at a certain time.
Yeah, exactly what John said.
No.
So, oh, damn it.
But you do know that there are boats for hire down at the docks all the time. You just
Hey.
gotta catch them in the right, catch the right boat at the right time, hire out a crew. You could probably even just, hire a boat and not have to, hop a ride on somebody else's.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm assuming all of us would know this kind of thing, or is this something that my character would
I mean,
know?
your character is pretty well versed in it, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that you would know better than most.
Alright, I'll wait for Jay to say his thing, then I'll toss that piece out.
So I say we collect everything we're going to need, and that's my question: is there anything we don't have on us immediately that we are going to need?
Supplies,
Um,
food,
Yeah,
blankets.
extra socks.
We can use.
What?
I can get us food as long as we're in the wild.
Okay.
Once we're in the temple, that might be a little bit different.
Okay. Well, it is way after dark, and I don't know if you guys want to go down to the docks after dark
No, we'll go
to try
at
to
first
find
light.
There's
a
5
captain
months.
that may or may not be up.
You know what?
I mean,
We can go down to the docks, find somebody, knock somebody up to like an innkeeper or something. Be like, hey, we need a room for the next few hours to chillax out on, and be like, because there are places where we can just knock somebody up and they're gonna let us crash for a while, like a pub or a common room,
yeah.
and then
Wait,
once
wait.
the sun comes up, we go looking for a captain.
We're just gonna find some random people and knock them up.
No, they'll have a
Gotta
place
watch
where
your phrasing.
we.
Get them up.
That is actually the
Hit them
correct
up?
phrasing.
Really?
Knocking someone up. That's
Knocking somebody up is the correct
waking up.
phrasing for that kind of time period.
Oh,
Someone would,
okay.
yeah, you'd come by and you'd knock on their door. You would knock them up, knock to wake them up. knock them up.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Okay.
That's where the phrase knock them up came from. He came around and knocked her up. Wink, wink. Because those guys used to be very fortuitous to wake up the man. He would then leave the house, and then he'd come back around to all the lovely ladies who had no husband around. That's where that word knock up comes from.
And he
Anyways.
knocked them up, and
History lessons.
Right.
So, anyways, we can go down to docks and find innkeeper to let us into common room for a few hours, then hunt down captain when sun rises, or at least sun's about to come up, and find the boat up Black River.
Okay. Anyone else? Any other ideas?
I'll have to stop by my apartment and pack my bag. Because I didn't plan on leaving right now.
Yeah,
You don't carry an extra pair of clothes with you? I do. I get very dirty at work.
I am actually carrying all my gear. Night gardening requires you to be prepared.
I just need 5 minutes. And just says, I just need 5 minutes. And the cat jumps down, lands on her shoulders, looks very uncomfortable, which looks awkward, though. It looks like it should be awkward, but somehow manages not to be, and walks out of the room.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming that most of the stuff in my character I'll be able to say, no, I do not have. An example. I do not have the 2 crates of wine on me. Maybe a bottle or 2.
Okay.
I will say that I at least have...
Stashed in the wagon.
No. I will say that I might have 1 or 2 of the tainted cure lights on me.
All right.
Oh, I definitely have all the tainted cure lights that I have on me.
I guess.
Well,
I mean,
you will.
on the adventure, not like right now.
I
yeah.
did not
You know
take
what?
all that mess with me.
I got a horse. I can ride back to my house and I can gather everything and then come back. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Definitely bring the wine.
Do you want to ride with me? I can drop you off at your house and then I can come back through and pick you up.
For sure.
Yeah, I would recommend you travel together.
Yeah, no, that's the best way to travel is on a donkey cart.
Because then I can bring back my 5 pounds of salted bacon and fish.
What?
I have 5 pounds of salted bacon and fish.
I think that actually would feed us all for 3 days.
It's really good.
Salted.
And he could possibly use a pound to pay for passage.
Fuck yeah. You know how many sea captains would be like, a pound of bacon?
Yeah.
How far are you going?
Yeah.
For 2 pounds, you take us all the way to the fucking temple, and that boat would fucking go across land.
It has wheels on the bottom that like unfold.
Alright, yeah, so I'm going to just...
And a couple jacks to propel it for just that purpose.
I'm going to say that I'm going to ride my horse back to my house and pick up all my stuff. I'll kiss Beth goodbye, let her know that I'm leaving for a few days.
Okay.
Drop her, 20 to 30 gold coins to be like, hey, take care of shit, I'm going to be going.
Okay.
Cash out.
Cash out.
And I'll ride along with Emmett so we can swing by my apartment, and I'll watch the cart while he's up taking care of his packing.
I will be bringing the crates of wine. We are going to totally bribe the fuck out of this pilot. Also, I'm going to be bringing my playing cards and dice and gambling chips.
Okay.
Oh my god.
We're going to river. We might as well make the best of it.
I am not bringing my watch tabard.
Okay.
That is not going to get sullied in this adventure.
Okay.
Hustle back to the place, pick everybody up in the cart with the horse. Make sure that every time we stop, the horse is being well tended to, because I'm a hauling ass. And so if we get stopped by the guards, I just point at him. Handled it. And then we haul ass to the next location, pick everybody up, and then we head into the docks. So that by the time we get back, at least a couple of hours have passed.
Okay.
And then we head into the docks to find a common room to crash at for a few hours. And I pass the fuck out. I throw 2 silver at the dude and be like, get the fuck out of my way. I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
And I snuggle up to... Hang on, what did I name her? Bella. I snuggle up to Bella in the common bed.
Is that your gun?
Yeah.
Excellent.
And what, pray tell, is a Bella?
Oh, Bella is a
Military rifle.
heavy military rifle.
Ah.
That
I wonder where that could have possibly came from.
Who knows?
I snuggle up to it, though. And in my offhand, I hold my loaded pistol.
Okay.
I don't play no fucking games with this. I want it. It's my precious.
Oh my. Okay. Alright.
I'm done.
Well, anyone else? Anything in particular that you want to do before we is anybody staying awake? Let me first ask that.
No, I don't have anything I need to do. I'll just go to the inn that they're staying at and go to sleep.
Okay.
I think Knox is staying awake, but that's it because I just rolled my nightmare check and didn't get it and passed. So
Okay.
no nightmares.
Okay. A nice peaceful rest for you.
Mm-hmm.
Inari, Yashiram.
What kind of place are we staying at again?
Where you staying at a place in the docks?
There's
Yeah.
a guy sitting on his bed. He's just rocking back and forth going, I'm going to get that fish in the morning. I'm going to get that fish in the morning. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. You know,
There's
a
not
nice
like
place.
we can't have our own room.
This is called
Like-
a common room.
It's a common room. This one is. You can pay extra for your own room.
I woke the man up in the middle of the night. I just figured we throw some silver at him and get a common room in. If you guys really need a private room, that's up to you.
I mean, I would have probably
Well-
sprung for us to have our own room.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it wouldn't be an individual room, but it would be a large
Yeah.
one of
Right.
those private rooms.
A room
Yeah.
sharing.
A large private room.
Man, you
That's
guys wake this
fine.
guy up in the early morning, make him drag ass all over the place, get keys, wander
Okay.
around, show people.
Yeah.
You're so mean.
Yeah,
All right,
he's
well-
getting
Job.
money, so
Okay, well he'll take a gold piece for that.
that's a lot of money for a fucking one room.
Throw a silver, sleep in the common room. You can sleep with the rest of us normal people. Come on, it's okay.
It's okay. We come out of the dream sequence where Inari has her own private room.
There you go.
And she sees Yashiram reassuredly awake in the corner, not going to sleep. So
Look,
you can go to
Oh,
sleep.
good.
All
and
right.
I will stay with
I do have one question. Is it a crowded common room? Because in those situations, you have to share beds.
This one. Let's see. Hi.
I would probably share a bed with Nefera anyway.
Yes, it is a bed sharing common room. It's not completely fulled out, but most people have already taken a bed of their own, so you can either snuggle up with somebody, or if you wanted to kick someone out or bribe them out, then you two can share a bed.
I will
Okay.
bribe somebody out with a bottle of wine.
Okay, that's doable.
Yeah, and Nefera, that actually makes her passage check better because my ruling is okay. It needs to get at least a 20, get at least a 20 if she's by herself, 15 if she's got knocked, 10 if she's got knocked, and
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go.
there.
We're in a little snuggle pile. Me and Nefera. And Nox.
Excellent. So,
And Knox is sleeping like right up against.
okay, John, go ahead and do your perception for your Overwatch since you're not going to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Wow.
You suck.
Wow.
Somebody fell
It's an
asleep.
11.
It's
Oh, no, that's
11?
not bad.
Okay.
Hey, what do you think?
It's the lowest that I could get.
So you rolled 1.
Yes.
Fuck, man. How many ones do you want tonight?
It's okay. It's not Pathfinder 2, so it's
All
not a
of
critical
them.
failure.
What was your perception? 11?
11, yeah.
What do you have in your pockets, John?
Let's see, in my pockets.
What's this got in his pocket?
Specifically, I have probably some copper and.
Where's your purse?
It's on a belt pouch.
Yeah.
Sure, that's where you keep purses, right?
I don't know.
Or it's,
I don't carry a purse.
It's inside of my pants.
Your coin purse is inside of your pants.
No,
Exactly.
It's on my belt.
It's on your belt?
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d6. 1 to 2 is copper. 2 to 3 is silver. Actually, you know what? 1 to 3 it's copper. 4 and 5 is silver. 6 is a gold piece.
Ooh.
How much money do you have?
What was a 4? It was a silver?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I can lose a silver piece.
4 silver pieces.
Or so.
That's an appropriate sound.
You are so good at keeping guard over everyone else, you forget to keep guard on yourself, John. You even shoo away some, like, you know, little scrappy, you know,
Halfling.
some little scrappy failing, just kind of wandering and shuffling around
You
the
played
ladies.
Shattered Owls too much. You call it a fail.
Oh, I did? Yeah. Yeah, a halfling, sorry.
I want to ad-lib my little piece in here, too. I just thought of it. So we're all sleeping. John's starting to pass out. Some guy walks over, reaches out to grab a hold of my hat, starts pulling on it. I'm still asleep, but my hand reaches up and cocks the hammer back. It's like some sort of unconscious reaction to point the pistol in the dude's face.
Yeah, John,
He starts walking off.
I'm gonna give you one more perception roll.
Okay.
Do it better.
Because this is, because you're going, how many hours are you guys there? 4 or?
Sure, like 4.
Okay, yeah, one more.
4 hours
should
of
do.
sleep is good.
Oh, good. Excellent. This one's 29.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, so,
After my 5-second nap where I get robbed.
after your 5-second nap,
I'm
you
super
see,
alert.
you see this very short person, must be a halfling, that's, been, like, you've kind of caught him in your eye a couple times. You went over to Emmett, and then and he's like, okay, and then he goes into a corner and he goes to sleep, or at least you think he goes to sleep. But then the next moment you see that he's crept up over to the 2 ladies, because Inari has kind of shifted, and when she shifted, her backpack kind of rolled halfway off, and so maybe he's gonna try to sneak up there and open it up and see what she's hiding in her bags.
He's a fat, dirty little halfling.
It's a lot of tea and cakes.
He's just hungry.
The hobbits is hungry.
This is
He
his
needs
midnightsies.
Yeah. He needs
So-
his midnightsies.
So I'll draw my pistol and cock it loudly.
Yeah. And perception, I actually rolled like a 20. So I'm going to say Nefera doesn't wake up,
you're
but
asleep.
Nox does.
Nah, we're
Nox
gonna
does,
say that
and-
Nox doesn't do anything because this is John's moment to redeem himself somewhat
Sorry. Sorry,
For
John.
getting robbed.
for getting
Yeah, I'll
robbed.
I'll just
Yeah.
save that 20 for a later one.
So, we can keep that as your perception when you wake up, though. That's totally
Yep,
fine.
yeah.
Nox,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I kicked your chair by accident.
Nox does notice, but then she also hears the cocking of the gun, and she's like,
I'll let him handle it. Yep. Because
So,
I'll let him handle it.
the little halfling looks up quickly, and he looks over at Emmett first, and Emmett hasn't moved. And so then he's looking around, and then he sees you making eyes at him. And then he slinks back, and instead of going back to his little space, he now moves out the door.
his pearly white blue, his blue eyes glistening in the night from underneath the darkness as the lawman stares across the room. The barrel of the gun slightly glinting off the street light coming in sends a small shiver up the dirty little halfling's spine as you realize he's about to be obliterated from across the room. And the silence is cracked open by the sound of
I mean, there's lots of snoring and stuff.
I'm sure there is. This is a noisy
It's a
room.
noisy room.
And something winks at him. Was it the lawman or was it his gun?
So as the little halfling leaves, John, you turn and readjust yourself, and it looks like maybe your purse straps are kind of loose.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh, golly gee.
Gee whiz, mister.
Gosh darn it.
That'll teach you to roll a 1.
Yeah.
But so how much money do you actually have?
I mean, like,
You've got a good
in the
amount,
bank?
right?
I've got like I've got
so
way
you're
too much
fine.
money.
You're fine.
I have way too much money.
You're great. Don't worry about it.
Hundreds of
760 gold.
Oh.
170 gold.
Okay, you need to write that somewhere else, like down here in your money.
There's a spot for money?
Yes.
There's a spot
They thought of
for me.
everything.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, so the hours go by, people sleep. John, you stay up, wondering and worrying if it was that tiny little thief that came by and loosened your purse strings. How could he have done it? You caught him everywhere else. That
Yeah,
asshole.
no, I'm pretty sure that I just didn't tie it properly when I left that last shop, and I spilled some coinage in the street, so some urchins are happy tonight.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah.
That's
Sea
fine.
No, street urchins.
Street urchins. Okay.
Not sea urchins.
So, it is an early morning that everybody gets woken up by the knocker, which happens to be the innkeeper, who bangs on pots and tells people to either pay up for grub or get the hell out.
Does that come before or after dawn?
It's just before dawn. Like, as the sun is rising, the pre-dawn sky is lightening.
Okay. Excellent. Good. Because I would have started waking people up at dawn if nobody else had, but
But yeah,
Innkeep's got it handled.
you start waking up your crew shortly before the innkeeper wakes everyone else up with his racket. It's like, get your grub and get the hell out!
I'm sitting on the edge of my bed. I check to make sure the barrel's still loaded on the pistol.
It is.
Satisfied with the fact I didn't kill anyone in the middle of the night, I put the gun away and think about the wonderful sleep I just had. I finger the bottle that's near the edge of the bed. I see that it's more empty than I left it and think about the fact that I might have actually got lucky and not been robbed. Could have lost some silver or something. I'm going to leave the bottle there, fish into my jacket pocket, pull out another bottle, pull the cork until it pops in the early morning, and start swigging.
Already?
I look over to the bed in which the high-pitched voice comes from. Duh. And I head for the door.
Coffee!
They have swill.
Ugh. I brought my own.
If you ask for hot water, it comes out kind of brown.
I brought my own.
Okay.
You triple strain it
Oh yeah. These
if
people.
necessary, right?
I don't like
Just
chunky
remember,
water.
These people still don't have nothing on Flint, so there's that.
Aww.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon? Is it?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Still too soon.
Doc's
not
order at
fixed.
Corvus is better.
I gather my things, rouse anybody who's still asleep, like Hagan.
Yep. He sleeps like stone.
Wah, 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 wah.
I
Okay,
pull the
but yeah.
pieces of cheese out of his ears that he stuffed in to avoid the sound of snoring.
Ah, see, that was smart.
The only problem with cheese, see, I don't use cheese when I stuff it in my ears. I have a collection of candle wax. Because if you put cheese in your ears, the roaches that run around or the rats that run around might think to pull it out of your ear and eat it.
I'm never sleeping in one of these again.
Well, it looks like you have all your stuff still.
Looks good.
I'm also going to go and look for some chalk or powder to pat myself down with to help kill any bed bugs I might have picked up.
What?
This is what you wanted.
No, it's not. It's not at all what I want.
This is called adventure, sweetheart. This is roughing it.
Dirty.
Bed bugs and fleas.
Oh, yeah, I imagine Emmett's got fleas.
Gross
Yeah,
water.
I mean, this is where you pay more money to make sure that your horse and everything is outside than you do when you pay to go into someplace and sleep.
I imagine that the horse is probably in a barn right now nearby.
Yeah.
And so first thing I'm gonna do is go over and head for the horse to make sure it's fine.
The stables down there are armed with armed guards.
I imagine so, because horses are much more expensive.
Yeah. And jacks too. Like horses and jacks, man.
Yeah.
With when Nari sort of going eat bed bugs, Nefera sits up. She's been awake the entire time, but don't have to worry about fleas. I put flea bane in mine in your in everyone's backpack.
Thank you. I feel itchy.
At least it's not lice.
I hate you so much.
Oh, well.
All right. So, do
we
you guys
should- we
want to
should
stay
get
and
out there
get
and find a boat.
some delicious grub that it has? Literally, it's grub mush.
I am not
No.
hungry.
Nope. I have my food from last night because I forgot to eat it.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
let's just find the boat. We can eat on the boat.
All
We got plenty
right.
of stores.
Excellent. So, if you'll give me just one moment, I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then we can get.
So will Emmett. He walks outside and just starts pissing on the side of the inn.
Yeah. Is this a good intermission?
Yeah.
Intermission! Doo-doo-doo-doo. We're not actually going to stop anything. You guys just keep the lit. Hey, while everyone's gone, I get to talk and take over the Twitch channel.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Why are you
Intermission
taking over?
time. It's intermission. The rest of you go away. Go away. Go away. All right, they're all gone. Hey guys, it's Max. I'm the game master. Sometimes this is Cassie's show. I just wanted to say, hey, what's up? Nobody in the Twitch chat has said anything. Gears said something. Hey, Gears, what's up, man? Shouldn't you be playing Shadowrun or something? Oh, speaking of Shadowrun, so we went to the Avenues Mall today. It's a mall here locally in Jacksonville. It's a really cool place. I had to get me a pair of really good working shoes, something I can stand in for a long period of time. I saw the most sixth world thing ever. They were a dog and a horse and a lion riding carts for children. It was some sort of four-wheeled little toy car that these two girls were riding on. They were covered in like a plushy style cartoon-like stuffed animal look-alike. So it looked like a lion and a horse, but they were actually like little roller cars that they were racing on through the mall. It was weird. I was just like, man, what a time to be alive when you can be a kid riding through the mall on an electronic lion or electronic horse.
Was it like one of those carousel things, or were they like going from store to store?
Sure, it was like a carousel thing.
Oh, okay.
Imagine for a moment a electronic, you know the things you go to Walmart and you're like, hey, you see all the non-fat, lazy-ass motherfuckers riding around in? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like one of those, but it's shaped like a lion or a horse, and it's plushy and cute and adorable, and it's got wheels, and they were racing them through the mall.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But they were kid size. They weren't adult size. It was definitely a sixth world thing.
I mean, I could probably fit on them, but
I couldn't.
yeah.
I'm adult size.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that you are an adorable, wonderful woman who is not adult size.
That's rude.
It's not rude. You just,
She's fun-sized, like the small candy bars.
You are very
All
fun
of you
sized.
are rude.
No.
What?
All of you's rude.
But I love you.
I'm
Cat.
trying to unbury myself from this comment. Give me a chance here. Listen, it was a tiny lion and a tiny horse, and it
Yeah.
was one of those things. It's like, fuck, those people have a shit ton of money to be wasting on crap like that.
Yes.
Anyways, so the end of that is, if you're interested, and you run a Shadowrun, and you want to have some sort of exorbitant stylized thing, there are currently some robotics companies have developed these robots that look like dogs. They have backward shaped knees. Just imagine those as mounts for children to ride around in malls and decorate them with some sort of cutesy animal cover and give them some sort of defense mechanism, like an assault rifle.
Oh, man.
Has your little princess ever wanted a unicorn? Well, now she can.
Oh, damn, man, that is good stuff right there. It's going to be in our next Shadowrun game. They're going to be called Princess Mounts. No.
Oh, man.
Pretty Mounts. Pretty Mounts. Pretty Mounts for
Yeah.
princesses. There's Unicorn. There's Horsey. They'll call it Horsey. We'll call it Pony. There's Unicorn and Pony. What's something else a princess wants to ride on?
I mean, there's always lions. You can have like
Ooh, lions.
yeah,
Why
with their
does it
beautiful
have
manes.
to be, like, why can't it be gender neutral?
Sure.
Dragons.
Dragon.
I want to
Dragon.
ride on a
Pegasus.
dragon.
Ooh, a Pegasus. There you go.
Uh,
A griffin.
There you go. Mythical animals.
what's the Lapisaurus?
Leopleurodon?
Yeah,
A
Leopleurodon.
magical Leopleurodon.
It's a magical Leopleurodon, Charlie. Charlie.
What's wrong with you guys? This isn't funny anymore. Oh my God, my kidney.
Sean.
Oh, man.
You should Google it and find out how old those are. You'll find out.
Oh,
How
there's
So
no,
old.
I don't want to know how old they are.
Oh, it's so old.
I don't want to know how old those are. I don't want to know how old the End of the World cartoon is. This is the Earth round.
Wow.
Okay, well then
That's
we'll
a
go one step
good-looking Earth.
farther. We'll go one step farther. Do you remember the Numa Numa guy?
Oh God, yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
The Numa Numa guy. Look that one up. That
Yeah.
one's like internet.
Maria, Maria,
Yeah.
Maria, Maria.
No. Get out of here with that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think our intermission is over. We're scaring away people that are leaving our chat room. How is this happening?
Oh no.
No way.
Thank goodness they can't see Jay right now.
That is why I'm not using cameras, you heathens.
This is why
It's
we
okay,
can't have
This
nice
is why
things.
we can't have nice things. All right, and you guys step out of the shitty ratty ass inn. It wasn't even an inn. Now you realize it. You think that maybe it was just somebody renting out their first floor.
Like the garage.
Yeah, just renting out their living room,
It works.
making some extra money.
Whatever.
That gold piece would have been for his bedroom.
Yeah.
You would have definitely got fleas from that bed.
Yep.
Gross.
But it would have been private.
So, the docks is marked by C right here in the middle of the map. Boom. All this right here. You've got a lot of docks, a lot of places you can go check out, a lot of boats. So many boats. As you begin to ask around, this is going to be some pretty generic. So if you discover that the nameless bayou in the instructions is actually quite well known.
That's funny to me.
Good.
but it never, nobody named it.
So it's at this point, it's nameless out of sheer laziness.
Exactly. Yeah.
We are looking to go to bayou. Is it a nameless bayou? Duh, it's a
There's
nameless
only-
bayou.
there's
A
only-
nameless bayou.
There's
No,
only,
no,
no,
It has
there's
no
only one
name.
nameless bayou, son.
Exactly. And then at some point, it's just like,
It's that
did
one that,
anybody decide to name it?
I
No?
mean,
Why?
so-
Why not?
they say that, well, like, ain't nobody go there. It's just unremarkable. I learned that word yesterday.
Do I have to pay you for a big word like that?
You might.
Oh my goodness.
That's like a full copper piece word right there, sir.
It is. You're an educated man now. Tell me where to find captain of boat.
Well, there's captains all over.
Great.
Which one you want?
One that will take us up Black River to Nameless Bayou.
You probably want the... Probably want to get these small to mid-sized boats. You get something too big, it's going to get stuck in the muck.
Of course.
That was a ream.
Very smart.
I think it's rhyme.
Don't patronize him.
Stop talking. I talk. You don't talk. It's too early in the morning to listen to someone else talk. I drink more of my bottle of wine.
So they, in general, the very little bit of gossip before you really get into it, essentially you're looking to hire, there's a lot of boats. You just have to go up to them and see who's free, who's got a charter, who doesn't.
Okay.
And most of the time, he'll point you in the direction of like the middle dock because that's where a lot of the small boats go.
And that's where I'll be heading.
Yeah, because the outer docks, they're usually for the bigger boats because they can't move so good.
Does anybody have a charisma score better than a 14 and wants to do this?
I'm at 16.
I have an 18.
And wants to do this?
I'll come with you.
I mean, she'll probably do most of it.
All right. Da.
Well, alright, so...
What you will do is climb to top of this pile of crates, yell out and say, all captains in area who hear me, I'm looking for boat to go up Black River 5 leagues, willing to pay, must have crew, and have several passengers to be taking on horse carts and materials. Got it?
Let me write it down.
Da. I'm going to climb the boxes now. Waste
No,
of
do
time.
it.
No.
So, before you climb that box, you are doing it just because you think that the attractive young lady is going to actually draw attention away from the boats themselves. But deep down, you know that you just have to go down the docks because a lot of these captains that own the small charter boats, they're working those boats and they don't have. They're working on like refueling, or they're unloading, or they're packing, or they're waiting on a thing, and so most of the time, like, you have to just walk. However, you might get lucky if you use a pretty face. So that's in order to do less work, you're hoping that that's going to be.
That's the objective. Which no. When she starts to climb the box, I'm like, no, I was joking. Come with me. I have knowledge navigation, but I don't have any knowledge to know the value of a real boat. I have knowledge of canyoneering and years of experience. But I want to utilize my character's knowledge of being stuck on the ocean for so long to be able to look at these boats and tell which one. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them are in running condition, but I'm looking for the captain who seems to have his crew in order.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of like weigh in my mind. Good ship, crew's in order. They look like they've got their shit handled. Early enough now that they can go ahead and either be ready to go within 30 minutes to an hour, or they at least have what looks like the appearance of that same kind of concept.
Okay.
So I can only go with it if it's being a perception check.
Okay.
8 plus 10, 18.
Okay, and you will give you a +2 circumstance bonus because you're not. It's not that you're unfamiliar with boats and how things work. You've probably ridden on boats for some of your
Some.
charter stuff, like when you're
Yeah.
protecting things. So.
Or when I was a slave.
Well, yeah, you don't talk about that though. So.
We're not going to talk
Yeah,
about that.
we don't,
So,
we don't talk about that.
how many do I find?
So you decide to go down the middle dock.
Yeah,
Who's
that way I can see in
who
both
is going
directions.
with you?
Just her.
Just Inari?
I mean, no, all of them can go with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to negotiate a boat ride, I'm going along.
Somebody needs to stay back with my horse and cart.
Oh,
Or unless you want to bring them all along.
I'm just gonna elect the scary elf to do it.
Okay, I mean, that'll work. She's pretty scary. Most people aren't going to go up and mess with her.
Or the horse. They'll fear that the horse is an elven horse that's magical.
That's true, especially if she gives them the death stare.
The ones that aren't afraid of elves or elven magics are afraid by the big ass sword she's got out and cleaning.
Yep.
With the motions of one who knows how to use,
Excellent.
who has used that sword.
Okay. And also, McGrab and Stab is there to aid just in case somebody actually does decide.
That's the other thing. So there's an elf with a huge sword.
And then
a huge giant metal dude.
That's just standing there.
Thief.
It's not moving. It's just standing there.
Some thief is like, you see that over there? That's a big fat nope.
It's a big nope. Okay, so the descriptions of these boats going around in places. This is very exciting. So I'm going to describe some of the boats to you that you see. The first one is a boat that looks like it's called the Dame Eloise. This is a dandy-looking, clean white ship about 30 feet in length. It's got a gleaming hull and chromed smokestacks, and it really sticks out like a sore thumb amongst these dirtier ships. It doesn't look like a working ship. And you said you rolled an 18, right?
Yes.
Okay. But it looks really nice. But as you get closer, you see that the human captain and the crew are just kind of like wandering around on the deck, fiddling at things, and you think that maybe they don't actually know what they're doing. As one would say, like the average dwarf knows more about seamanship than those fools.
Oh my god.
And as you walk past it, you see the stern, you look back, and on it, somebody has
She just
put
hit me
up
for the audience.
a
that you can see.
sign reading "Sink Me" on the stern.
That is a very pretty ship. It would be terrible if something happened to it.
So as you walk past that, on the other side of the dock, you see a really just beat to shit 25-foot boat, and there's a lot more people working it, and it looks like they're trying to piece it back together and weld it back together. It looks like it took some damage from something. It's got 7 people working on the hull right now, above the water line. So they didn't have to. I don't know if they ever took it out of the water, but right now everything's above the water line.
Is there a bilge pump running, spewing water out of the bait?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
And then another one. Several are working on the helm control and the steam plant. And then as you walk by, giving it a very wide, big nope berth.
that right there is like Marriott cheese.
And then a fire bursts out of the back of the ship. A tiny fire started on the boat as you guys go past. You continue. You see that there's also a strange-looking ship. It's a pretty large ship. It's 50 feet, and it looks like it's almost made out of stone. It's very matte metal finish. It's called Old Stone Sides, and you see dwarves on the boat.
The fuck? Keep going with this description. This is an adventure in its own.
This looks to be a rulish boat.
I'm just gonna go on. Build me a gun, please. I love you all. Best gun ever. Take these pieces of metal and make gun.
Now, you have not been there, but you do understand. You do know that there is a extremely large lake. And actually, they call it an inland sea. It's so large. That Lake Armsdeep. So it would make sense that they would have steamboats, but they're a very rare sight this far south.
I imagine so. I just want them to build me a new gun. That's all. They're the dwarves. They build great guns.
And they also, there's another boat here, and this one is a wooden warship. This is straight up a 60-foot warship called the HMSV King Leto Railthorn. It's got 4 cannons mounted on each flank. There's a good number of Signarin sailors that are working the deck right now. Looks like she's steam powered, but you do notice that there is an emergency mast also lashed to the deck.
Okay, so it's prepared. It's prepared for us. That's the boat we want.
There is a guard that
gonna be
stands at
fucking
attention
expensive.
on the gangway.
Okay.
And you see another steamship just beyond that in good repair. It's called the Comet. You see that there's a crew of 3 that are bustling about the deck at this time. And that's the tally of boats that are currently on the mid docks.
So we've got bright and shiny, 30-foot long, never actually seen any real action boat that has a crew that probably doesn't really know what they're doing, which means we could get on, we could take over, we could run the show, it'd be fine. Then we have...
We could steal the ship. Like,
I mean, it
I'm
just
not
sinks me
saying
on
we
the back.
could steal
so.
the ship, I'm just saying if all the crew fell off by some accident, the ship belongs to us. The next boat up a line is a disaster, so that's a no. And the next boat after that was, oh my god, dwarves, we should hire them. We need that boat. The next boat in line is the one that we should probably go with, and the last boat in line sounds like the one we're going to get. The Comet even has a name that says I'm fast.
well, yeah, but
That's not the warboat, right?
No,
No,
the
it's the one
warboat is
after.
the HMS Badass.
but
Okay.
we couldn't get that anyways because it wouldn't go through
No,
the
That's what I was
shallows.
checking to make sure.
How
Um,
long is the HMS Badass?
60-foot long wooden warship.
Yeah, it's not going to go through the shallows, but that
Right.
30-foot shiny one in the beginning will. How long is the
Yeah.
Comet?
The Comet is 40 foot. It's a wooden steamship.
It might make it through the shallows.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the dwarves would make it through the shallows.
If not, they're going to dig a channel so that
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah.
Now, the length of the ships are all kind of relative. Some of them are, look like they would be able to handle going through more shallower water, but as far as, that's funny, as far as, the, what do you call that, the width of the boat?
Girth.
No, it was another word.
It's actually girth.
No, beam.
Yep.
The beam of the boat
Beam of the boat.
is, almost more important sometimes, so you know that, like, you can make it through, so,
Which one of this is a skinny boat?
skinny boats. The Dame Eloise is a skinny boat. The Otter 3 is a skinny boat.
We're not. No, the Otter's a no.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
It's old Stony is kind of not really a skinny boat.
I bet it's got treads on the underside.
Yep.
Like tank tread.
But it looks quite capable, but it does not look skinny.
It's capable of a lot of things. It probably transforms into a giant fucking robot.
I would say that the Railthorn looks like maybe it could fit, and if it doesn't fit, it'll just blast its way through with its cannons.
Yeah.
Maybe. The Comet looks like it would work very well.
Is
Yeah.
the Comet the fastest looking one?
It's the best combination of
Yeah.
speed and reliability.
All of these boats, are all looks like all of them are steam powered, so they should be capable of going at a good clip. But as far as me being able to actually tell you if they go fast, I'm not able to tell you that.
My guess would be the Comet and the warship would probably be able to go the fastest simply because they're made out of wood. So
Yeah.
the steam engine has
What was
at least
Okay, so the Comet,
has to go.
then is the Comet is not the one with the dwarves on it, right?
That is correct.
Correct.
That's Old
So our
Stone.
choice is between the Comet and the dwarves.
No. No.
Yeah. Yes, essentially.
There's also the warship. I mean, okay, so
No warship.
What is your problem? I can shoot cannons, man. I have a skill. I want to use it.
Egon is very peaceful, man. Like,
Blow
gotta
the
chill
fuck out of the
with the
swamp so that we
cannons.
show it who's boss.
We will not blow the fuck out of the swamp while I am around.
Damn it.
gotta chill, bro.
What was the name of the first boat?
The first boat was the Dame Eloise.
That's the one that we could take over.
But how many of you know how to use it to...
Just me.
I can
Okay.
make the engine go.
If you can make the engine go, I can make the boat go. We
All
got that
matters
solved.
is how fast it goes, because time is of the essence, and that's my only concern. Is
Right.
whichever boat's going to get us the furthest and the quickest.
Which one?
Yeah.
All right, so this is just comedy-wise. Which one has a red stripe going down its side?
Yes.
Because
The
that's
comet sounds like it would.
Right.
The Comet
Got flames.
doesn't really have a whole lot of paint job. It looks like it's more of utility. However, the Dame Eloise does have a very lovely stripe.
red stripe.
And not
means
only
goes-
does it have a stripe, it also had... I'm gonna show you guys exactly what
Oh,
it is.
wow.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
All right, now hold. There you go. That's it.
So that is essentially the Dame Eloise. So it's very fancy with all the little hearts and everything.
One day up the river, I'm cutting off the railing, throwing the extra weight off the side, going, "This is going to be good."
Where
It
do I
makes us
see
go
this?
It's on the, roll
20. I just moved you guys to the page.
Oh man.
All I see is the map. Oh, wait, no, I'm on a wolf one. Okay.
No.
And then the other boat, the Comet, is more along the lines of the guy above that.
God damn it.
Don't we have a wagon we need to carry?
Yeah, you know what? We can totally leave it behind. It's dead weight at this point in time.
Is
Fuck.
that the comet?
The top one is kind of like the Comet. This is the closest that I could find to one of the other boats, but the one below that is the Fancy Pants one.
Yeah. We should definitely go with the comet.
All right. Everybody knows the names. We'll start off with the votes.
Alright, Dame Eloise.
Next.
Otter 3. Old
Next.
Old
It would take
Stony.
more than 3 days. Sorry.
We have a vote for Old Stony.
Okay. The HMSV King Leto Railthorn.
I guess we will vote for that.
Alright, we have a
Great.
vote for that, and now the...
Wait, is that the war one?
Yes.
Yes.
And now the...
Okay, I want to take my vote back. Because I picked the wrong one. But not the war
Too
one.
late.
Not the war one.
Yeah, that was the war one.
Yeah.
Did you want the dwarf one or the war one?
No, I want Comet.
The Comet? Okay,
Oh,
and then
you're
last
shitting
but
me.
not
No,
least,
you voted on the dwarf one.
And then
Yeah.
last but not least, the Comet.
That's me. Is it already abstaining?
I'm abstaining until I talk to the captains and see how fast each
And
individual
that's why
ship goes.
she's smart.
Ha!
Alright.
As everybody is complaining about things, I wander off to the first ship down the line,
Oh, no,
the
fuck you.
Eloise.
Don't. I
Okay,
stop
yeah,
you.
and the
I'm going to stop.
and
As soon as she starts to wander off, it's like, no. You walk with us.
Okay, then come with me because we need to see how fast these ships go instead of wandering around going, blah, 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 let's take a vote on it because you don't judge books by its cover.
Yeah, and
Actually,
the
you
parents
do.
Actually can't vote because she's with the wagon being
I mean,
scary.
the otter
Also-
goes like 5 knots, man. Maybe
Also-
6.
Inari is not old enough to vote, so it doesn't matter.
I am old enough to vote, thank you very much.
All right. We're gonna go to the Fancy Pants boat first.
Okay. You walk up. You see that there is, a group of 6 people wandering about on the top deck of the boat.
I'll turn to Emma and go,
Do you say ahoy? Is that
No.
what I think I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, sure if you want to. Let's see what happens when you say it. This will be fun.
I don't like you. Excuse me!
I drank some more wine.
Excuse me, good sirs.
So, several of them will look over at you. What are you wearing, Inari?
I don't know, like some everyday clothes.
Okay.
I typically. Sorry, Max got up and we saw a butt crack, so that's what happened.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, sorry, before we get into another, Nefera, last night she took off the robe and the padding she usually uses to disguise her shape, and she didn't put it back on this morning, so she's being really
Very
intimidating.
creepy. Okay, awesome. I love it.
Excellent.
Okay, so you're wearing your normal, like, going to work clothes?
No, like my, I guess like...
Because your
So
everyday clothes, you go to the
Right,
thing every
those
day,
are like-
so...
Yeah, that would be like full jumpsuit zip up thing. So if I have to weld anything, no. So my everyday clothes would be like leather pants, my tall boots. I have like a white shirt and a small vest that kind of goes over it.
Okay.
Let's see. Since they're men, I'll unbutton a couple of buttons.
Well, no, you didn't say that. You said excuse me first,
Okay.
so we're going straight from that.
Okay, that's fine.
I just wanted to know exactly what was being worn, and I'm pretty sure that, maybe you don't want to do that because this is full of leering people.
That's true.
Unbutton them while you're saying excuse me.
Right.
Or after you say excuse me.
boys.
All right, so they
Okay.
look over at you, and one of the I guess they're all wearing these really cute little skipper outfits. I mean, you know, like the guys who work on private yachts wearing their cute little uniforms.
Right.
That's what they're wearing.
Good
They're
lord.
all very, very dandy, and that's the best way to put it. They're all very
Yeah.
dandy.
And your 16-year-old hormones are just going crazy.
No, it's fine. I
Yes.
put all of those aside.
Composure.
We don't have those
They're
here.
all very well groomed, and they look so sweet and gentlemanly. Like oh gosh, what's the word? It's like, can I help you, boy? I don't know if you have your hair up or not.
No, I have my hair down.
Okay.
Because I just put it
Can
up
I
this
help
morning.
you, boy?
Emmett will try to chuckle.
Shut up! I'm not a boy! Can I speak to the captain?
I am the captain.
We're not taking deliveries today.
It's not a delivery!
Not sponsored.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Okay, so yeah, they'll call over a captain, or what you think is the captain. He's wearing slightly dressier pantaloons and a more billowy shirt.
With his chest hair sticking out.
No, they shave their chest.
Oh!
Wax.
They
It
wax.
lasts longer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Okay, the gentleman will come over to the side of the boat and will call down to you because they don't have their gangplank out right now. What can I help you with?
We're looking to charter a boat! A ship!
Where are you going?
I tap and point over to Hagan. Because he knows the way.
5 leagues up this river into a swamp.
5 leagues up the river.
I point at the map.
I have a map. Specifically.
We are going into the swamp.
The swamp.
The one
See.
that nobody bothered to name.
The
Nameless swamp. Yes.
the
You
nameless.
know the nameless swamp? So he calls back. So it's like, you know the nameless swamp? And the other one's calling. It's like, yeah, it's the one we don't go to. And he's, why don't we go there? And then one of them rushes up and put, like, instead of yelling because he doesn't want to, like, he comes up. And he's like, all right, we just got a fresh paint job. We don't want the muck ruining it.
So you don't want money. Okay, cool. Bye.
Okay, we want the captain that isn't a pussy.
Nah, we should probably leave with that when we walk up to next boat. This will be fun.
But no, so they will come. He'll come down from the dock. He'll like get the and come closer so he can actually see the map and see what you guys are talking about and where you're wanting to go. And he's like, I don't think we have that kind of time to get you there. We have a charter that we're going to be taking out tomorrow afternoon, and this is going to be at least 2 days solid.
Ja, the question is, sir, would you be able to make it there? If I said, do this, and you said, we can do this, but we can't because of these reasons, I might be able to pay you to ignore those other reasons. And then I stand there staring at him, blinking, waiting for something. And then I, like, lean in, like, waiting for some...
And he leans in and he's waiting for some...
I have money. Mm-hmm. Money solves problems.
Yeah, like how much would it cost for you to forget you had a charter tomorrow?
What, to forget that the namesake of the boat has a charter tomorrow would be a very substantial amount of money.
Okay, but
So
Thank
like
you so
3,
very
4
much for your
silver pieces.
I'm gonna stop in our. I'm gonna stop.
I mean,
in
I
Yashir.
apologize. I know that, like, but...
No, I totally understand. I appreciate everything that you've said. This is wonderful, great. Have a great time,
Just-
everybody. No,
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, and they're like... And,
Can
and
you?
He says, like, and then he's like, we can't go there.
We need. I lean in. I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, "Sir, I'm sailor like you. Fought against Syrixians in battles, stuff like that.
His eyes go super wide at that.
I a sailor like you many years. Of these boats, I feel that these two, and I just kind of like wave my hand in a general area of all the fucking boats because I'm not gonna. Which one would you think is fast, like your wonderful vessel that would get us there in time?
Well,
And this is a bluff roll because all this shit is a fucking lie. I just want
Okay.
him to kind of give us directions.
as long as you don't
3
suck at it.
plus 12.
Oh, that's okay.
That's
That's,
a
not
fi-
bad.
Yeah, I don't suck at bluffing. Lying is my second nature. When words come out of my mouth, they're a lie and then maybe another lie.
Okay, so he's what it's like, well, the otter used to be super fast.
I pointed. Why? Because water passed through it faster?
No, they ran straight through a tree on that one, going about 10 knots.
Damn, that is fast.
I said they used to be fast.
I'm looking back toward the Inari, and then I look over to the druid. One moment, I lean over. Egon, can you do magic that fix boat? Yes? No?
No, I could mend.
That's fix boat.
Does that work?
Yeah.
No, you tell me. I've been expert with
No,
pieces.
I'm asking out of character. Does mend work on big things like that?
It will work on small pieces of it over time.
It would take a long time for me to fix that boat.
And Yeah, so that's what you know. You know that, like, it could work, it could do.
10 knots, by the way, 10 knots is fast.
It's
if you
really
guys
fast.
don't know. Yeah,
It's
10
fast.
knots is stupid
Yeah,
fast.
that's really, really fast.
10 knots to hit a tree means it's like, well, we get the boat and then somebody else drive because apparently they hit trees.
Yeah, that's essentially... Yeah, that's essentially, like, 10 nautical miles an hour, which is...
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
Or
11,
essentially 10
it, like,
leagues an hour, almost.
it's 11 and a half land miles per hour.
Yeah.
And it's not like we have to full throttle it the whole time, you know? Like, if there's a tree coming, we can slow down.
Yeah, and if we've got 75 miles to go, that means it's going to take us, if we push it, if we could get it to go, 7 hours to get there. That's incredibly fast.
I mean,
Too bad Hagan's magic is weak.
I mean, I could probably help them work on it.
No, we need magic at this time to happen. And you have no magic.
Says the magic hater.
I mean,
Yeah, I know,
I'm really
right?
good at fixing things.
Do you want to continue asking about,
Yes.
or do you
Yeah.
want to argue over whether or not you want to help somebody repair their boat?
No. We don't have time to fix a boat.
Okay. No, I will lean back to the guy, now ignoring Hagan. Nah, you're right. It might have been, but who is next fastest?
Well, the battleship's always a good choice if you want to go fast. The Comet's a pretty good ship.
I appreciate what you have told us.
That dwarf ship, that's more of a long haul kind of ship.
Would definitely make it there, but not as fast, but would make it there. Probably all the way up to front door.
Right.
Sir, I appreciate what you say. You're a good man, and thank you so much for your time. You have good day and good journeys. And we'll step away.
Okay.
So, looks like still it's going to be the Comet, unless we can patch holes.
We can patch holes.
I mean, or we can be halfway there.
Are they
by the
small
time-
things?
Let's go over. Let's go over to the Otter and find out how bad it is.
yeah.
I mean, if they're like, no, we can't do it, and you guys can't wiggle your fingers and fix this problem now, then, you know, we just keep going.
Yeah,
And get onto the
let's
battleship.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go over there and I can assess the damage of everything.
Okay. So yeah, this is pretty much, it's cut and dried. There was a huge puncture in the hull that's since repaired. However, all of the, steering stuff was destroyed. They've removed most of it, and so even at this point with mend, you actually have to have the stuff there to mend it. They're looking at least another week in the docks to get everything replaced and back up to snuff.
Yeah, so it'd be like a rocket shooting one direction. That's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I mean,
Get there.
but we don't have a week's worth of time to wait, and it's going to be way too much effort to ferry around pieces and parts.
Yeah. Like, because I'm trying to think, like, because with mend, you correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, then this is still an option. But like, do you have to have everything there to do the mending, or does it
you have
just
to
fix it?
Make whole is the one that magically makes shit happen.
Okay.
Mend is the one you have all the pieces and they pop back together.
Okay, yeah. So they don't have all the pieces. They have most of the pieces.
Yeah, it's not going to mend it. It's still going to. If you have most of the pieces, it's still going to end up being broken. So we could mend it, but it's going to be broken, and broken means it doesn't work as well.
Okay. So it might be able to chug along if you guys really wanted to put some effort into it. And
It
talk
might
to
also
them
be the
about it.
cheap option. I mean, if we want to go cheap.
I mean, I want to go get there before we go too cheap. So
Okay.
I don't think this one's gonna get us there.
All right. What do you want to do next?
Move on to the next boat. which
Okay.
would be the warship.
The warship?
Yeah, we're skipping the dwarf. Are we? Do we want to even contemplate the idea of the slow-moving dwarf boat? That'll. Okay,
I mean,
see a bunch
he
of
says
no's.
he says that it's slow. That doesn't necessarily mean it's true. Maybe he's stereotyping.
Well, now we have to check it out.
Just because the GM uses fancy words.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
It's because she actually likes it. I bet you it's because she likes this boat individually.
I do like this boat. I think it's great. I like all the boats. So these guys, they are spending some time in Corvus to do some what they call cushy charter duty.
Oh
And-
man, well have we got a cushy charter for you?
Okay, you explain what you're needing to do and where you want to go.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, Hagan does, but yeah.
Oh, does Agon do it?
Yeah, Hagan tells where we're going
Okay.
because he knows how to get there.
Okay. So.
But Inari does the majority of the talking.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, they can take you up there. They'll take you up there for, let's see, looks like they're, who has, what is that? Appraise. Does anybody have appraise?
Fuck,
Yes.
I hope I have appraise.
I have appraise.
I have an appraise of +10.
Okay.
I have an appraise of +11.
I'll assist her at any necessary rolls.
Okay. So they will take you up, there for 10 gold pieces a day, plus another 10 silver pieces a day for fuel surcharges.
What's the speed of their boat?
The speed of the boat is, let's see, give me 1 second. The speed of their boat, because they gotta crawl, they explained to you that they have to crawl through that area, so you're looking at maybe 2 knots.
And we're talking about going through the bayou with the boat too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All the way.
All the way
as
through.
far as we can go.
Yeah, so
80
they'd
divided
have
by 2
they'd
is
have to
40
crawl a bit.
hours. 40 hours is 3 days. Nope, it's not going to be long enough that we won't make it. No, wait. It'll take us 40 hours to get there. That's enough. That's more than enough time to get there.
Yeah. So that's enough time to hopefully get there and then get through the
The remainder.
448.
I want to get there as fast as possible.
Okay.
Well,
that's
they will
what
get us there. There's no question about that.
Did you guys roll your appraise?
I got a 13, so I'm aiding her. She has a +2.
So I got a 17, 18, 19, so 19.
You have a good understanding that is extortionate prices.
Okay. Especially because, like, fuel
Maybe
is
no,
not that much.
No, well, the fuel actually is, for a ship that big, if they're chugging long distance, that kind of makes sense. But the per day cost, the per diem, is
Okay.
is at least 3 to 5 times higher.
What comes with it? Food?
Yeah, what amenities do
supplies?
they have?
Yeah.
Are they going to fan my ass while I'm hot and sweaty?
No,
Is there a sauna? Is there a jacuzzi?
There's
It's
an
gonna be a
engine
ton
room.
outside.
there's an engine room with a boiler you can stand next to.
I mean, we could negotiate. We could try to negotiate down. But we
Yeah,
can
I-
also-
So they'll be willing to do it. They said that they haven't gone up through the bayou very far yet, but they're pretty sure they can make it through. It's just going to chug a little bit. They usually stick to the larger rivers, just because they take the larger rivers to go back home. And, unless people are paying to go certain ways, they generally don't go there for fun.
Yeah.
But the navigator's pretty confident they can get you there.
Let's go ask the HMS Badass if they're willing to make the
Yeah.
trip.
I mean, I bet the warship would even be cheaper.
Well, as...
Not unless we
Yeah.
fire the guns, because we pay per shot.
Right? So...
10 gold per shot. Ha ha! Firing 18 rounds.
you all walk up to the dock. You begin to go up to the gangplank of the vessel, where the security man stands there with his rifle, and he's like, "That's close enough."
Okay, bye.
We would like to speak to your captain, please, about chartering this boat.
This boat isn't a charter boat, miss. This is
While
a warship.
Yes, I understand.
You see
that.
the cannons there, honey?
Yes, I do see the cannon.
Why don't you go run along and find another toy to play with, kid?
I'm gonna pull her back! I'm pulling her back! I'm pulling her back now! Nah, thank you so very much for your time. Have a good day.
He just picks me up and starts walking away.
Yeah, it's like somebody walking up to like a navy vessel right now and being like, "Hey, can we charter your boat?"
Yeah, exactly.
It's like somebody walking up to the Vicksburg and be like, "Hey, no, this is there's guns and shit on. No."
But I want to blow up the cannon.
I know you do.
I do too.
I know.
I'm gonna carry her over to the Comet.
And he just like puts me down in front of the Comet. Go on.
I wind her back up, pull off the little tabby key thing, and then wait for her to unwind.
So the captain is a Caspian named by the name of Eden. He sees you coming up. He's like, "Yeah, those assholes over there. I heard you're looking for a charter boat."
I'm not gonna. No facial expressions. I'm gonna
It's
let
like
her talk.
words just kind of cut. It's like word gets around pretty fast.
I mean, we were standing right over there when we started talking a minute ago. It makes sense.
Yes, we are looking to charter a boat.
Well, this one's taken.
Is it?
Yeah. You see all this cargo, honey? Actually, he doesn't say honey. That was the asshole. He's like, you see all the cargo, ma'am?
Yeah.
That's freshly loaded. That ain't coming off.
Well, where is it going?
South? I mean, wait, which way is the other way that we need to
Hang
go?
on.
I need a
no,
map.
no, south is the exact direction we're going. So,
I know.
it's great. Let's go.
Hold on. I gotta see a map real
Because-
quick.
Jump us off 5 leagues down.
Right? You gotta
Hang on.
go out.
Okay, hang on a second.
Okay, so we're at the thing. We're going that way south.
Yeah, that's way
So
south.
he's
We're
going.
south.
He's going up the Black River. I apologize. He's going up the Dragon's Tongue.
Oh, he's going southwest.
Yeah. He's
the
going south.
bum.
He's going south down to Dragon's Tongue. What do you need to go down that way for anyway? Ain't nothing there but some nameless bayou and some swamp people.
Well, precisely, we are going to the nameless bayou.
To see some swamp.
to see... Not to see some swamp people. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I look to our swamp person to see if he has anything to say about it.
No, yeah, that's where we're going.
He's the tree man, not the swamp person.
Yeah.
Well, I live in the swamp, too, kind of, so.
Well, I'll tell you what. How much you looking to spend on a trip?
How fast is your boat?
My boat, like I said, my boat's going down the Dragon's Tongue. I'm asking what you guys are wanting to spend.
I'm asking how fast your boat can go.
My boat can go 4 knots, but that's not the boat
The
you're...
wrong
I'll
way.
kind of
The wrong
step in front
way.
of a gun and say,
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
trying to go as fast as possible.
For as little as possible.
No. We have
No.
20 to 30 gold pieces. I mean, if you're looking for a number, that's where I'd be going at. But if I can get for it cheaper, we can do cheaper. But if it's effective, then we'll pay more. But you get how that works out. Anyways, now we're talking numbers. 20 to 30 gold pieces.
Alright, roll your diplomacy.
Ooh, I think I have that. Either that or bluff.
No, it's gonna be diplomacy.
Ooh, I have that at 6. Does anybody have better? So I should
I
show.
have an 8.
Fuck, I'm aiding her again. Why am I always in her shadow?
But I'm
Is he
saying
considered a critter?
with the cart.
Nope.
because-
Is he considered a
But you
critter?
should go ahead and roll diplomacy as well, Jay, since you were talking to him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh,
Robin,
God.
do you have a diplomacy skill?
She's not there.
I'm just asking.
Yes, I have a 9, but
Anyways.
I'm back with the card being very scary.
What did I say? One was 6. Yeah, I failed. I did not
I got
give
a
a bonus.
26.
18.
I gave no
I have
bonus.
0. I have no diplomacy, but I rolled an 18.
Okay. Okay. So he, and this is to see how he's going to be reacting to you guys. So let's go ahead and do a sense motive, just to make sure that he knows what you guys are on about. Like, well, if you've got that kind of gold to spend, I got a sister ship that might be able to go that way.
How fast is your sister ship?
I pointed at God when he says this. Yeah.
Your sister also runs a ship?
A sister's ship. No, not a sister's ship. I'm sorry. We have a very limited amount of time that we need to get to our destination. We need to be there in 3 days.
Less than.
Less than 3 days.
How fast is ship?
You can go over and ask the good captain of the Fortune yourself.
I look around for the... I begin making like a hand gesture. Which one is
It's over on the D docks.
the ducks?
Yeah, should be there. Probably sober.
Probably so.
Probably sober.
Well,
I
Emmett can
laugh.
fix that.
I laugh.
So like I said, sister ship, you know, like twins.
Does he look like Deadeye like that when he says like twins?
I hope
Yeah.
so.
I will go. Twins. Yes. Let's go to.
Identical twins. I already told you how fast this boat goes. Maybe you guys can make some connections.
4.5 nuts. 4.5 nuts.
We got it. I am so thankful for your time, sir.
Alright. You can go ahead and tell Squint I sent you over.
That's his name.
Squint?
Squint.
Squint. Got it.
All
Got
right.
it.
I'm not
That's
saying. And
fast
my
name.
character's actually about to say, I'm not saying anything else, so we should probably start walking before something says out of my mouth because I've been drinking.
I'll start like stepping backwards, kind of bowing a little bit, and then turning around and going as fast as I can to D-Docks.
Scurrying to D-Dock.
I don't scurry.
That's great.
No, we as a group, we scurry.
I
Okay.
don't scurry.
I ramble in that direction.
Ramble.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys eventually get there. Let's see if anybody gets in your way. No, not really. There's some, you guys gotta
Damn.
step around some, I know, right? You guys gotta step around some, Iron Jacks. The D-Docks is actually one for normally larger ships, but I guess it's kind of doing a flow over bit, so one side of the dock's got two really big steamer ships, and the other side's got a couple smaller ships and then a larger ship tied up. The fortune is that while the Comet was more of a bluish tinge of stuff, this one is definitely very brown. And it's nice. It's all covered, so you don't have the outside coming inside, so it seems kind of nice. You see that there's a guy hanging out in what would best be described as a lawn chair on the back of the boat, having a cigarette. Actually, it's a cigar, more like, and has his feet propped up on the railing. And just watching
The day passed by.
Watching the day pass
I have
by.
found my kin, my brethren, my fellow man. And right about now, the thing that's missing from his hand is alcohol. And missing from my hand is a stogie. And there we have a chance to marry a great relationship.
All right.
So, without any words, I want to approach first. I want to kind of like get in front of Inari. Trip her if I have to.
Okay.
You don't have to trip me.
She's scurrying along.
Oh, hold up.
I don't scurry.
She's scurrying.
Scuttle.
I don't know.
That's something you
Walk
do to a
sideways.
boat.
And you notice that this, as you're going along, you notice that that back end that he's sitting on looks to be an addition to the boat, making it 50 feet long instead of 40 feet.
Cut.
Custom made back porch.
I'm gonna walk up to the boat. I'm gonna reach into my greatcoat pocket and pull out an unopened bottle of wine.
Okay.
And I get his attention.
Okay. Morning.
Morning. It is there is an opportunity to make some. I take a deep breath after that exhale.
Tell him about the marriage thing.
I look over his gun. What? What? We are looking for
The cigar, the wine, the marriage. It was beautiful. Tell him about it.
Did you see? That's when you realized
That was in
you were
his head.
talking out loud. No, I'm just kidding. Oh.
We are looking to go up. We are looking to go down the Black River.
Yes, into
We are
the Black
looking-
River, into the nameless bayou.
We are looking to go down the Black River into the nameless bayou. The captain of the Comet sent us over to you, saying that you're his sister ship, and that you could be able to take us in that direction.
So it's got the nice outboard paddles on either side. These you see now there's it looks like a little boy, and that's like kind of looking at through one of the top windows, just kind of like peeking out, and then like ducks back down. It's like
Probably actually a girl.
and he's like, well, what brings you out that way? I don't got a lot of people asking to go to that bayou.
I hold up a finger and I point it to my friends and everything. That we are crazy individuals who are looking to seek out a woman who has been delving into terrible evil magic, and she has seeked herself out into the depth of the swamp so that she can create a terrible army of power and magic and raise back the long since dead mother that helped teach her these horrible arcane arts. And we're going to kind of go out there and either stop her or ask her not to do it.
That's quite a tall tale.
I know, it sounds pretty good, right? Actually, we're going out there to sightsee.
I kind of preferred the former myself.
Hang on.
It was more
Bluff roll
entertaining.
24.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So he looks at us. I kind of prefer the former myself, but I mean, if you guys want to go do some sightseeing, where you want to go see?
I raise a finger and I point at a gun. He knows the way.
I
Here.
pointed at the map.
Sorry, I apologize, everyone. The cat just bit the fuck out of me because she's being playful.
Oh.
So you bring the map up. He waves you all to come up, so he's not getting out of his seat, so he can like take a look at the map and see what's going. And you give him both maps, or you tell him, or do you have another map that you're pointing to, like where you're going, or
Just pointing to where I'm going.
I know on which map.
One that, I guess the one that Inari has.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
only pointing as far as long as a river will take us on the bayou. You know, not like exactly where we are going, but where the farthest that he can take us. Because there's going to be a part where we have to walk on land.
Okay.
Right. Well,
Okay.
he can probably take us to the two lakes.
Yeah.
I don't.
We
I
can
mean,
say,
Sure,
Yeah.
if that's as far as he can take us,
So-
then take us to two lakes, park there, we'll be back in a day or two.
right.
Oh, I mean, I can see that. I don't got no plans, or at least nobody who come up asking for work yet. So you guys are the first. I guess
Wow.
first come, first serve, right?
Yeah, that sounds great. Not very much work down Black River.
There might be for some other ships, but not for mine. I just got back in here two nights ago. Just relaxing and spending money, if you know what I mean.
I smile. And I will offer him an unopened bottle. That you drink?
Not until the sun's back up over that bridge over there, but it's getting pretty close now, so we might as well open it up.
I say, Del, somewhere in the world there's a sailor where the sun is over that ridge.
I like your style.
I smile. Do you have another one of those?
This is special. I imported these myself from Cador.
I stop and cough. And in Cordovian, I will say, they're probably grown finely across many of the coast. Sir, if you would please share with me such a finery. And that's completely in Cordovian.
So he busts out with this drawl of trying to say things the right way. He pauses for a second.
Yeah.
And he's like, and in Cordovan he's like, that's pretty fancy talk. I kind of get what you're saying though. As he's like
pulling out another one.
Yeah.
I found my best friend.
Not my best friend.
And I thought I was your best friend.
We have to talk about our relationship later.
So he brings out and you notice that the way that he has them, they're clipped. He cuts them in half. So instead of like having a clip it's like a dual ended, and instead of cutting off one end, he just cuts them in the middle to do it.
To make two out of one.
Yep.
Make a blast lighter.
Yep.
He's a smart man. I would do the same.
So he does that. He's passes one over, and then reaches for the light that's kind of like tucked into his vest pocket and puffs it out and hands it over. He doesn't light it for you, but
is it a self striker?
It's a what does a self striker mean?
A self striker is basically a small pot filled with flammable material, and you strike a piece of flint and steel across it. It's like a lighter. It's an old fashioned lighter.
Yeah. It's called a self
striker.
But it's a silvered one.
Yeah, and
so it's you can tell that
they used to use flint and steel on their matchlocks, and then they came up with a self striker, which was a box that would just hold up and light and then fire the gun. Mm-hmm. And so people started using it for pipes and everything other than weapons.
Yeah.
So
he's got that. It's a nice little piece.
I wanna toss out some pre-World War I kind of thing. Matches were invented after the lighter. The lighter came first. And it was because of guns that lighters exist. So, anyways.
Okay. So yeah.
I take it, I strike it. Mm-hmm. I fish into my pocket. At this point in time, guys, this is completely like some sort of intersocial
weird bromance
thing going on. I'm going to fish into my pocket. I'm going to pull out 5 gold pieces. I'm going to set it onto the arm part of his chair and say, we would like to leave as soon as all of our equipment is loaded. Can this happen, sir? And then I'm going to take my first puff of this thing, and man, do I hold it in.
Oh, it's nice. It reminds you of...
Roll it out of my mouth and into my nose, and then back out the mouth again.
Mm-hmm. Reminds you of...
Home.
The good parts of home. Before it all went to shit. And then you think about the shit for a second and get sad. But then you just breathe in the spit again. And it all goes away. He'll look at your 5 gold pieces and you're like... That might cover like 2 days, maybe.
Great.
If you want to double that, I can make sure that we're out there.
I fish around in my pocket, but at the same time looking to the rest of my comrades because I can easily afford it all.
I gotta gather my crew.
I'm already pulling out another 5.
I'm standing right next to you, so I'll like slowly pull my money up and just kind of give it to you.
Okay.
Like in my hand.
All right, I will take it.
But I wasn't being sly, so I already put them on there.
So yeah, that's 15 gold pieces that we're handing him. A bottle of wine. I think it's rather cheap, but it's a bottle of wine.
A bottle of wine and 15 gold pieces?
Yeah.
So he thought it was like, yeah, like he was just starting off like the lackadaisical negotiations. He was like, yeah, I can probably get maybe like 3 more, and then that'll be great. And then he sees that, and he's like, oh.
These people are fucking serious.
We don't play around.
It's just still cheaper than the other rides.
Yeah.
And we already have our stuff. It's just on that cart back there. And I point back at McGrab and Stab and Nefira and the donkey and the horse.
Who has stopped cleaning her weapons and is now managing to clean her fingernails with this 6-foot-long sword.
Shink! Shink! Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's what I
right.
imagine.
So he's
Alice.
not really paying
Sorry.
attention at what's out there at this point. Might not even be able to see you. But yeah. So oops, sorry. So he is staring at that, and then he shouts, "Lito! Lito, get your ass down here, boy!" And so this tiny little like wafy urchin comes scrambling down the stairs. You hear him. It's the same face that you saw like through the little window a few moments ago. And then he runs on. He's like, "Yeah," in a very like, "Am I in trouble?" voice. You're like, "Go!" It's like, "Go grab Killian and Anwar and tell them we're shoving out as soon as possible." It's like, you're like, I don't know where they went. He's like, they're either gonna be in...
Man.
Yeah.
Now I kind of wish I had brought Tomasino along. Because there's an opportunity for adventure, but not dangerous adventure.
I mean, you can still go get her.
Can I Kisbet her in?
Would you really like to?
Yeah, because I want her to start having some experience as a person.
Okay.
I mean, if Milo was older, it would totally be Milo here at this point in time.
Okay, yeah, we can...
Besides, I've got Nefera here that she can be hanging out with in the interim so that she's not in any trouble.
Alright, yeah, that's,
Sweet.
yeah. So he's like, they're either gonna be in Bloody Bills or the Fallen Star. Now go and get. So, the little urchin scampers off. Lito. And he looks like maybe he's not all there in the head, perhaps, because he kind of stumbles a little bit when he walks, and, it looks like his legs are fine. Maybe he's just got, like, a balance problem. Or maybe those is the sea legs, and he can't walk on land. You don't know. Could be a lot of things.
Could be a lot of things.
So it takes about a half an hour to 45 minutes for the little guy to go find the two other crew members. And I suppose in the meantime, you guys are going to be getting Nefera and McGrab and Stab
And Tomasino.
and Thomasina.
Yep. And everything loaded up.
He's going to say that he can't fit that card on there. If I'm going to be taking that jack, I can't fit that card or that donkey. It's either them or
What about the horse? Can the horse go? And no?
where we're going. No horse is going to be able to walk in that muck.
Okay. I'm going to hire a porter to take it back.
Okay. Portal, take it back.
I'll make sure to pay him at least 5 to 7 copper pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll drop in Thieves' Cant that I'm a member of the guild just in case he needs some reassurance not to fuck me over on my horse.
Okay.
And my newly found donkey and cart.
Okay. So yeah. So he will pretend like he didn't understand what you were saying, but still take the money, and or at least you think he's pretending. And then
That's all I need.
Yep.
I got to mark off 7 copper and 5 gold pieces now.
All right. Is there anything else that anyone wants to do to prepare before we start our boat ride?
So we have all the provisions that we're gonna need, right? Like food and blankets and firewood and
Yeah. They it's gonna take them about we'll say that along with within the hour, you guys are gonna have everything that you need. They're gonna have the ship stocked up with coal and all of the stuff. He says that it shouldn't take more than 2 days to get out there, probably less. And that having food for a few days extra, whatever.
Okay.
You guys are paying him 15 gold pieces. He's pretty sure he can handle buying some cans of beans and shit. So.
Sounds good to me. Cans of beans.
and coffee.
And coffee.
Lots of
Canned coffee.
Since we have about an hour, is there any places around the area to buy ammunition, like bullets or powder?
Let's double check over here. Let's see what we got. Meow. Meow. So we're over at the docks. So the Armorsburg is just over here. So you could take a quick trip out. It might take you a little bit of time. So
What's number 8?
number 8, where this
Yeah.
the falling star.
Oh man!
So yeah, you could
Choose.
probably
Go drink or go buy ammo.
you could probably get some ammo from like that. We'll say that the falling star has a little bit of a black market.
Okay.
You can get
Probably
some-
pay twice the normal cost.
Yes.
All right, so I'll drop 20 gold pieces to get 10 extra shots for the rifle,
Okay.
and 10 gold pieces to get 5 extra shots for my pistol,
Okay.
and take a chance and beat the shit out of a halfling.
Okay.
Hey, I want to join in on the bar shenanigans.
Okay.
So while he's buying shots for his guns, I'll be buying shots for me.
Okay. So you're gonna buy shots of swill for yourself.
I'm gonna grab Yashiram,
I
and
should-
we're gonna go buy a healer's kit
Ah.
for some like healing stuff.
Oh man.
healing
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you guys go shopping. You buy some healing stuff. What's up, Robin?
Yeah, and I'm going to go over to. I never actually used my my thing for Bodex blades
Uh-huh.
or the Masterwork melee.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is that within the
Yeah, and
area
I'm
too?
going to get myself a heavy mace.
Oh fuck, Bodex is right there too.
Heavy
Yeah.
mace.
Yeah. This is pretty close. Do you want to go there?
We have coupons for Masterwork weapons.
Oh,
We
man.
should do that.
Yeah, you know what? Getting drunk and buying ammo sounds dumb. Let's go to Bodox Blades instead. I have the
Yeah.
RIP too. Time to cash in.
Okay.
Hello. We need Masterwork bludgeoning weapons, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're going after Alexa. That means undead are quite likely. That means
Yeah.
I really want to have something bludgeoning.
Something that can bash bones.
I want
Yeah.
a Masterwork
Can you-
Morning Star.
Can you masterwork an amulet?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
I don't think you can, but I was just checking.
What are you trying to masterwork?
An amulet?
No, because it's
Okay.
not a masterworking is for weapons.
And
Wow.
armor.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
since I'm not loading up on ammo, is there a possibility that Bodox Blades would have a Masterwork spiked chain?
We'll say yes. We'll say it has whatever you guys need.
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! That's awesome.
He just makes stuff in his spare time.
Oh my god, that's so amazing.
Yeah, he keeps a certain amount of stock of the common stuff and then makes the weird things when he in the spare time.
Oh man, that is awesome. I just became that much more dangerous. Alright, I'm marking off my writ for Bodox Blades now. I've used it. Oh, and I've used it so well.
And the what does the +1? What does the masterwork apply to? Does it just apply to the 2 hits?
Yes,
Does it
Yeah.
also apply? Okay.
To the attack roll.
that's all it applies is
No
+1 to
damage.
hit.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was asking.
Okay. So you guys can go on a trip there, pick up some masterworkness before heading back to the good ship Fortune.
And we'll swing by the Fallen Star and I'll punt a halfling.
I'll catch
mean,
the
Conrad.
halfling.
No, they're terrible people. Don't do that.
No. I mean, like catch him and like throw him on the ground or something. I meant
Spike
like help. Yeah,
spike
spike
him.
him. That's it. Yes.
Good thing there's not anyone at the town watch around to stop us from
Yeah, because I
rousing up
turned-
with these tiny little people. Tiny, terrible people.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Is everybody good?
Good.
Have you
Yes.
punched enough halflings? Can we move on from that now?
Can we punch more?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, Michelle was going to say something, but then she noticed that this child had stubble, so...
The child has stubble.
This morning.
That 5 o'clock shadow is showing.
Are you
Child.
punting the halflings in front of your daughter?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not even there.
You're so
Yes?
racist.
What? I tell her these are terrible people. Not all of them are terrible people. Most of them pretend to be children so they can lure other children into child slavery, and that's bad. She remembers being part of child slavery. Kick. That's pretty much it. You know, life lesson. Move on.
Well, let's not do that. You ready? Are you okay now? Can we move on?
Yes.
Because you seem kind of stuck on it.
Sorry, my bottle's empty.
So, you all get back to the boat. Just as everything's getting packed up, you see the two other men are kind of, they look like maybe they should be young, but their faces are pretty weathered. Like, you know, they work in the sun all the time. You know,
They should use sunscreen.
I don't think that exists yet. So, Killian and Anwar help push the Fortune off of the docks, and with a hiss of steam and a clank of gears below your feet, Fortune's paddle wheels begin to churn the scummy dockside water. You begin to move slowly into the harbor and join the throng of other vessels. Sail-driven pleasure craft, flat-hulled cargo transports, and even an ironclad Signarin warship. Turning upriver, Squint calls for full power from the engine, and the Fortune begins to fight her way up the sluggish current of the Black River. We'll reach the inlet in about 5 hours, Squint says, yelling over the sound of the engine. If we're lucky, we'll be able to keep a speed of 3 knots or more once we've made the turn.
I have a question about this. Is there any wind blowing?
There's probably a breeze. This vessel, it doesn't use sail power.
Right.
It's just straight up steam power. So they're right now they're going up. Essentially, they're going upstream with the Black River with this. So,
But if I were to increase the speed of the wind by a lot, would it push it along, even though
Not
it's
really.
not wind sail?
no,
Okay.
it would make a mess of the deck and the wood
Okay.
and the roofing tiles and the other parts that can just get blown off in a really bad storm, which the wind would be gale force.
Can I look at their engine
Yes, you can look at their engine.
and then maybe give them some pointers on how to make it better?
Because you're the master engineer.
Well, I mean, I'm really good at stuff. And, steam is like one of my things.
I don't need to say where my character's at. Everybody should know.
Drinking and gambling on the front of the boat with the captain.
So,
See? Need not to be said.
all right. So here are the things you learn in RE.
Everywhere.
It's a 50-foot boat, 50-foot length, 29-foot beam. That includes the paddle wheels on both sides of the ship. So it's less than 30 feet wide. It's got a 4 to 6 foot draft, depending on the load. Right now, it's more of a 4 because 4.5. They haven't packed a lot of cargo on. It's a 1 boiler steam plant with twin paddle wheels. Its cruising speed is 6 knots with a max of 8 knots, and it does a 2 knots in reverse. The range of what they have as far as their coal reservoir, they can do 800 knots. That's 800 nautical miles of distance. Its stopping distance is 1 boat length per 2 knots of speed, so it does not slow down fast, but no riverboat really does.
Yeah.
It's got a turning radius that, if the boat's not moving at all, it'll turn all in one place. Because I just turn one of the other wheels to go backwards, so.
Right.
The hull's made of thick iron-banded wood, and it's pretty darn sturdy. Let's see. It's good. It takes about a half an hour to get from cold to ready to go. As far as like how efficient it's in order to create enough steam pressure to get underway. And speed's reduced by half until about an hour underway, where everything's pretty much all primed up and operating at standard capacity. So you're looking at like an hour of from start to finish. So these are the things that you know by inspecting the boiler room and asking.
Excellent.
Can you improve it? That depends on your roles and what you're actually trying to improve at this point.
I guess just efficiency, like coal efficiency.
Well, I gave you all the different things that it can do, so you have to pick one. You can't just do overall. You have to do one thing at a time.
Okay. I mean, would boiler efficiency work for one roll?
Yes.
Let's see. $31.
So you spend the first hour to 2 hours of the boat ride, with your little notebook out, writing down stuff, trying to figure out, like, basically, I figure this is Inari just kind of spending time, wasting time, and you're like,
Yep.
if you put some insulation around that boiler, you would probably be able to heat up the and prime the engines in 45 minutes and, for full underway instead of just half an hour. Instead of just an hour. That would probably save some time. And the one that's down there right now is the younger boy, who they call Lido. And he looks at you like he has no idea what you're talking about as he shovels in some more coal into the burner. Okay.
Excellent.
What's insulator?
You know how in the wintertime it gets really cold and you put on a jacket and you feel warmer?
Yeah.
That's insulation.
So we need to put a jacket on it?
Well, not specifically a jacket, but yes, something along those lines that would be heat proof.
I don't think that there's a jacket big enough to put on a boiler.
It would have to be made.
Jacket on a boiler. The scoops.
About a year from now, he's going to make that same comment. Man, if we just put a jacket on the boiler, and they'll be like, God damn it, boy, you're smart.
Exactly.
And the poor kid's not going to even remember where he heard it from at that point.
Exactly.
He's like, I heard this one time. So, you all, let's see, it takes about just under 5 hours, so you're making actually pretty good time. Like about 4 hours, 20 minutes, 4.5 hours to get to the entrance. Does anybody want to do anything specific in that time?
Drink, gamble, smoke.
Who are you gambling with?
The captain.
Yeah.
He's got 15 gold pieces.
Yeah.
And a boat.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking smart. He's not gonna be. He doesn't. So you pose out to do gambling, and he's like, "You think I kept this stuff from gambling? I got 2 vices: drinking and smoking.
Well,
I don't really feel like putting. And a third is this deck we're sitting on right now."
well then I'm just going to drink and smoke with him. Like I said,
Yeah.
I found my new best friend.
But yeah, so he's like, I mean, we could play some cards if you just want to
Only
use your
gonna
hands.
play cards. Yeah, let's play cards for funsies. But I don't use that word. Let's play cards for funsies, Captain Jack.
His name's Squint.
Squint, Captain Squint.
Anyone else have anything in specific?
Yashirim is just walking the deck, like looking at different places on the river because since he came to Corvus, he hasn't actually like been up or down any of the rivers. Specifically, it's all been like land travel, so
Okay.
he's just taking in the scene.
Nefera has tracked down whichever of the crew members is doing stuff that doesn't require conversation and is learning everything she can about this ship. She wants to know it all.
Okay, so are you just watching somebody do the work? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so if it's something that someone can do unskilled, she'll observe and then help. But as she's doing that, she's going to be asking all sorts. She's going to be actually asking questions.
Okay.
Just about how boats operate, how steam works. Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause, I mean,
So
elves don't have steam.
yeah, the boy Lido will give you some very rudimentary like explanations of how the steam makes the ship go. And you notice like you would notice more is that this boy is you've been around a lot of children recently when you're learning and you're educating, so you know how children are usually very fast and upbeat and he's he's very slow, and you think that maybe it's not that he's not smart, it's just that it's taking him a while to like answer questions, and he answers them in ways that are kind of not ways that you have come to understand the way that children talk. He talks in almost like descriptive pictures, and like instead of being like, and this happens because of this, he's like, it's all kind of like, it's like everything's flows together. How like in the like I would say close to on an autism spectrum where he can't really describe like the specifics of things. He uses descriptions and metaphor a lot instead, because that's just where his brain is at, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
it's
they would
nothing
call
like-
him slow.
yeah. So maybe like my character would see it as like it's almost elven and dwarven at once.
Yeah.
Maybe it's almost like the boy is an elf and a dwarf together in a child's body.
Yeah, and so you kind of get it when he's talking about how the he feeds the boiler the boiler because it's hungry, and then it makes the gurgling in its belly, and then it steams out the smoke, and then the smoke makes the wheels go, kind of stuff. Like, so he's very rudimentary with his explanations. However, like, they make sense to you. So you got and so he'll do that, and then you'll go up to Killian, who's actually on the top of the boat right now. He's got a spyglass out, and he sits up there, and when he asks what you're doing, and you're like, I just want to, you ask him what he's doing, and so then he will tell you that he's scouting for the entrance to the bayou right now. So they'll answer questions, and they'll be mostly, if not personable, tolerating.
At least polite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Polite.
Yeah. So as they're doing that, and as you're talking to him about what he looks for in the bayou, for the entrance, like how is it different? And it takes him about a few seconds to, and he'll point out, like first he'll do a whistle, like with his thing on that he keeps on his neck. There's a little penny whistle, I guess, is that what they call it?
Penny whistles, yes.
And he'll point out that way. Right there. That's our entrance. And so you see ahead of you is the entrance to a narrow, weed-choked tributary. Moss-shrouded trees lean over the banks, and clouds of insects play across the water's surface. Blow the firebox down to 1/3, lads, says Squint, and look sharp, everyone on deck. Anyone who gets knocked into the drink by those willow branches is swimming home. Squint slows the fortune even further and starts bringing her about. My dear passengers, we're about to leave Signar and cross over into the Badlands. Travel long enough eastward and we'll even reach the Bloodstone Marches. Neither King's Men nor City Watch will come to our aid if something goes wrong out here. I hope you know what you're doing. Killian and Anwar move up to the bow and begin taking soundings with long poles as the fortune creeps along. And now we will move over to the new page.
And lucky for us, we brought the City Watch with us, right?
I love the selection of pictures you chose to use tonight. It's really nice.
All right. And you'll see here the lovely bayou that you all will be
I think that's called
going
Florida.
It looks
Yeah,
magical.
you think of the Everglades pretty much, or like the Louisiana bayou, with all of the cypress and mangroves and all sorts of wonderful trees and
Don't
tall
get knocked
grass.
in. The lizard lions will get you.
I'm gonna go pull out Bella.
Alligators.
Oh,
And,
so you're getting up. Okay.
I'm gonna pull out Bella and go to the front of the boat.
Okay.
Return to my from my wherever I'm resting, and to my games with the captain, if he's still about in the front of the boat. Otherwise, I'm taking my spot in my lounge chair with my rifle. I'm going to take a moment. It takes 2 standard actions to load it, or 2 full rounds if you're being careful, so you don't have to roll. So I'm going to take 2 full rounds, load it. Then I'm going to prep at least 5 more shots in an upper coat pocket and stuff like that, so I can prepare for later. Oh yeah, some serious damage here.
Okay. All right. So, picture this. You all are creeping along through the bayou. The water is murky, and you can see about maybe 6 inches at most of the poles as they're going into the water before it just disappears into the black of the swamp water. Off to your left, something splashes. And as you all look quickly over to your left, you see that a very long lizard creature has squirmed its way into the water, and 2 others follow it. Crocodiles. They're not coming towards you, they're just getting into the water.
Of course.
You see a large turtle sunning itself. I guess they don't like turtles.
I like turtles.
They're too hard.
They're too hard.
Okay.
I like turtles.
And you, there's a lot of sounds, there's a lot of gnats, mosquitoes.
I'm not
bugs.
actually having a problem with gnats. I'm smoking heavily.
You are. Dragonflies, all sorts of critters flying about. You think you might see a couple swamp bats, really just bats that happen to live in a swamp.
That counts.
Giant mosquitoes.
Giant mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Those swamp bats.
The weirdest thing though you saw was you see a snake, like a big, a sea, not a sea snake, because that's in the sea. I guess it would be like one of those really large-ass water moccasins, right? The really long ones.
Can we just call it swamp snake?
A swamp snake. You see a swamp snake. It's about another hour or so in, you see this swamp snake coming towards you. Agon, you have flashbacks for a moment.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I look at it and I snare at it and growl.
And as you growl, it's almost like you timed it perfectly. Another, like, creature, and this time you're not really sure what it is. You need to roll a knowledge nature, but something comes up with multiple arms, like tentacles, and like wraps it around and drags the snake into the water. Blub, 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 blub,
Swamp kraken.
blub, blub, blub.
31. Figure out what the heck that was.
Excuse me.
I don't know nothing about those swamps. So I am making tea inside.
Obviously a swamp.
What did
kraken.
you say? He's...
Robin made a 31.
You made a 31. Robin, you're not really sure what that is exactly, but you remember that thing that got into the jack into the Thunder Wicket? You remember that thing that, because it had like the tentacles and stuff? Maybe it was a baby one of those because the tentacles weren't as thick, but like that's kind of like what you have to compare it to, like some sort of swamp squid. Hopefully it's not a magical one. Hopefully it's just a
one.
Yeah, it looks like maybe it just wants to, eat be in nature, not magic. You hope. Fingers crossed as the boat continues to chug along.
Thank you.
The bayou has a narrow, shallow inlet, and Squint has to creep along to make sure the fortune does not run aground. After a few hundred feet, the waterway widens and deepens, and Squint increases speed to about 3 knots. The bayou has almost no current, and the water is covered with patches of algae, duckweed, and wood debris. Swarms of biting flies and mosquitoes continue to go about. You hear frogs croaking and calling and bird calls singing. Swirls of mist dance across the water, and periodically the boat will pass through a thicker patch of fog. Thankfully, the swamp squid was not in the patch of fog, because that probably would have been super scary. There's a swamp kraken! Swamp kraken! Swamp kraken!
Exactly.
In most places, the bayou is about 60 feet across. It occasionally widens to 80 feet or more, or narrows to about 40 feet. A number of small lakes dot its length as well. Squint keeps the fortune right in the middle of the waterway, away from the occasional rocks and trees protruding from the water near the muddy banks. Killian spends most of his time on top of the wheelhouse, looking ahead for obstacles while his brother Anwar tends to the fuel and engine. Occasionally, Killian will call for an all-stop so he can take a sounding with his pole. It is a tedious way to travel and a far cry from plying the comparatively friendly Black River. So as you move forward through the swamp and all the weird, strange creatures, you see more alligators or crocodiles, reptiles. You see what you think maybe are like big fish that occasionally jump out of the water.
Catfish.
Catfish. There you go. You see catfish jumping out of the water every once in a while. You see these birds of prey that will occasionally dive bomb into the water, picking up prey. And then in this very natural area, Agon, you feel so, like, it's weird. You're in this strange dichotomy because you're on this vessel, this man-made thing, and you feel like it's kind of confining you, while at the same time, around you, nature is just unfolding, and as long as you kind of pretend that you're not really on this, like, greasy, man-made piece of shit boat, that like everything is very peaceful and wonderful here. Like this is a nice place.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I want to go hunt the octopus thing.
I don't know. Did you roll? I didn't hear you if you rolled a knowledge.
Yeah, I did. I rolled a 31.
Okay, so yeah, you are more familiar with these kinds of critters. They're kind of like squid. They live in the fresh water. So they're like a freshwater squid that kind of, floats, goes with the current, and they prey on other soft-bellied or soft-shelled creatures because they're easy to, like, wrap around and peck through with its beaks. So you can explain that to Nefera too. She's like, I think that one of those things that the Thunder Wicket was just there, and you can explain to her that it's like, no, it's just a swamp squid. Nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. It's not gonna come after your magic.
Yeah, I'll definitely soothe
Yeah,
her
well-
worries.
Excellent.
Yeah, well, I figure Nefera the Nist probably live in like taiga, which is properly the tundra, which is properly the forest. So the conifer forest. She's probably not. This is probably the first swamp she's really encountered.
Yeah. So it's a new and exciting experience, and so you're taking it all in wide-eyed, asking questions when you think of them, and you've got a gun to help you figure things out, and about the boat itself. They'll answer questions when they can, but they seem to be a pretty well-oiled machine. They all are very intuitive with each other. They know what needs to happen when, so everything's going pretty smooth. This is you all started out in the early, well, I won't say early, but you guys got out of there about, we'll say, by 9 o'clock in the morning. It's been about 6.5 hours, closer to 7, that you guys have been on the water so far. You're making pretty good progress. You don't have to stop too often to do soundings, so everything's going pretty good. The mist kind of thickens up for a little while, and as they do, you kind of see that the mist in the mists ahead of you, you can dimly make out like a boxy silhouette on the northern riverbank. Let's see what we got here. And if you guys also can scroll down, I'll bring you down there. And so as you approach, you see that it is a small wooden building set out over the water on slimy stilts. Squint slows the ship and calls out, "We'll stop here for a minute. My lads need to pick up some grog." It's also a good idea to check in with the locals, see if there's anything afoot. Lamplight shines from the grimy windows, and you can see movement inside. 2 small boats are tied up outside. Painted on the side of the building is Crim, population 13, dashed out 12.
Oh my.
Well, at least they got rid of that unlucky one.
13's not unlucky.
Mom always said.
Mama didn't know.
If you come out with 13 pastries, you can only serve 12.
Baker's
You all
dozen.
have come up to the swampy village of Chris, population 13. Not really. Now it's 12 because 13 is crossed out.
Shit.
You are Squint says that we'll be stopping here for a minute. My lads need to pick up some grog and check in with the locals.
Grog sounds wonderful.
Yeah, let's go get some grog.
I'm putting
Maybe some-
Bella away.
Biscuits. Swamp
Why
cabbage.
did you get something crunchy?
As we were trying to chew quietly.
Are the denizens of this town, are they mostly humans? Or
They are so far. You see, as you guys approach closer, there's two men that step out of the house thing, that come up to the dock, and they're standing there silently watching you guys as you approach.
I don't actually have anything to say. These people creep the shit out of me.
I'll
I'm-
wave to them politely.
Oh god.
yeah, I kind of want to get out and mingle.
Okay. Well, as
Yeah.
they
And they stare, and the sheriff stares back.
okay. So they'll like when they see you wave, Inari, they'll give like a nod. They don't really like wave back, and then as they'll move forward as Killian hops off of the top of the stack house and tosses one of the ropes over to them, and looks back at you, Yashiram. Gives you a nod to where the other rope is. Because you're
Oh.
closest to it.
I didn't know it was a working trip. I'll toss the rope.
Alright, the other
We're
one picks it up, and the two men silently pull you all in and tie you off to the dock there. What would
We're
you...
all boat family now.
Yeah, you can toss the line next time.
Okay, I'll do it.
What would you like to do?
Point us in the direction of grog, please.
You've taught her well.
They'll look at they both look at you like, you know, and then it's like, just breaks a lot higher pitch than I thought. That way.
Onward.
So they'll point
front.
you in the direction of this of another building. I've got another picture. Let's see. There we go. I think this is it.
What is this town called? Krill?
Chris.
Chris.
Right. Right, not Krill. Chris.
Ooh, that looks charming.
Nice.
I don't
That picture
understand
better.
Is
why
that
it's
a
like.
person on the dock?
Can you
Or
make
I
it
don't
so I can make it bigger?
Zombie. And there's a zombie fishing right next to him.
No, that's. Oh god, no, those are people.
Yeah. Zombies are people too.
Zombies
Or
are not.
they
people.
were people.
No, they weren't.
Zombies were people.
Maybe they eat people now,
Nom nom nom.
so they don't count.
What's up?
That's good. This is the village of Chris.
Yeah. Population 12.
Population 12.
Oh man, this is awesomely spooky.
That's really spooky, and I like
I
it
love it, yeah.
as a
Yeah.
person. My character probably is a little too spooky, but you know, that's
And
okay.
the sheriff probably got chased out of several places like this back when she was
Yeah.
learning to, trying to figure out how to get into human society.
When she was
So,
trying to figure out how to human.
Yep.
yeah, so she's got her cloak like wrapped around her and Knox is like plastered. I mean,
So,
plastered to her.
excellent. So, you all walk into the village of Chris. There are 3 homes. Each one has really large back gardens, so there's not all water everywhere. They have like massive back gardens beyond the front facades of the houses. There's a blacksmith and a communal stable that for 4 mules and the 2 cows that the Swampies own.
Swampies.
The building that's suspended over the river is what passes for the village's community center.
Oh.
It's a bar, it's a meeting place, it's a storage facility. A lot of the swampies don't actually live in this town. Some of them live out a little bit further into the bayou, but they use the waterways to, come into town.
Right.
Awesome.
Meaning Chris.
So maybe somebody just moved out of town to to where they're not counted in the population. Maybe nobody died.
No, I'm pretty sure they're dead.
Alligator or crocodile ate
With
them.
swamp tentacles.
The inside of the swampy bar has 6 men drinking moonshine.
Half the town's population's out.
Right there.
Oh, Lord.
Hanging out.
I want some.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Alright. Well, Theron is the oldest. He is the unofficial leader of this local community and also the bartender for today.
Excellent.
So
They all take turns.
yeah, he sees y'all coming in, waves a hand up, puts down 5 relatively not cloudy glasses and pours them from a giant jar into
Oh my god.
fills them up, stuffs it, and I'm sorry, a jug, a big ceramic jug, into these cloudy glass cups.
Shot glasses or cups?
Cups.
Doesn't matter, I'm in heaven.
Pours it, and then sets it back down on the counter. Y'all look like you're thirsty.
I'm licking my lips like, haha. I must
Go on, drink up. We gotta get the rest of the grog out to the boat. And he points and he calls over to a couple of the other people. I was like, Civic, Cadith, go ahead and get that grog out to the boat, okay?
Oh man. Yeah, I will.
Two
I will.
arboats?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the famous
Framus.
the famous grog
Yeah,
that we heard so much about, and I'll take a swig of it. Not even gonna stop and smell it.
Go ahead and do yourself a fortitude. Save.
Alright, this is what I've been waiting for.
Oh no. Oh
This is
no.
what I've been waiting for. 17.
15.
I also got a 17.
10.
Oh man! So all of you guys,
Wait, what about
hold on,
Robin?
we gotta get Robin in there. She's gotta do her fortitude check.
You mean I made it with a 10?
Hold on.
Oh god.
We're waiting on one more person to put down their liquor.
Slow down there, Danny man.
After doing it, I mean, the Pharaoh does her usual, this is the first time I encounter something, stop, look at it, smell it. I mean,
I ain't gonna bite you. Just go ahead and drink up.
yeah.
God, is this her first time ever drinking?
No, it's not her first time drinking. I don't.
Okay.
But
19.
all right. So all of you is so. You're sitting there watching and looking as the 4 of them go ahead and take their shot straight down. You got a 19, you said? So, Emmett, Inari, and Yashiram all seem to be able to,
Oh, jeez.
yeah. Whereas Agon, when you drink, you get it down, but then you're like, and then you get a big belch afterwards. And so Theron gives a nice strong. It pours some air on your chest, boy.
That's a hell of a drink!
And then you drink it, and it's not pleasant. want to put it that way. It's not pleasant. But you managed to keep it down without too much fanfare. Welcome to Chris.
What? I love it.
Hey, so we noticed on our way in that there was a recent change in the population. Did they just move out? Did they move out to Corvus? Maybe, hopefully.
And I went back into the swamp.
They went back into the swamp,
Back into the swamp.
like they came out of the swamp and then they went back into it.
Now,
That is a metaphor for some sort of that they have passed on to greater places,
They went into the swamp.
like they died,
like the dad. Dad went back in the swamp.
went
But-
back to the swamp. See, die. Emmett
Well,
knows.
people don't.
They're dead.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that now.
Well,
It's a
okay.
metaphor. Thank you.
What, people don't die where you come from, then, man?
They don't die. That's good. Give me another one.
People die every day where I'm from. I'll look really sad remembering the raft of corpses on the longest night. And how I had to kill my partner.
He was
the
already
same
dead, yo.
day. I had, yeah, well,
You had to re-kill your partner. Someone
Yeah.
had killed him, but you had to do it again.
I had to make him more dead. Better dead.
Better dead. Better dead.
So, the other people in here, Sevig and Cadieth, have already gone out and they're loading up the grog into the boat. The captain and the other crew people don't. Oh yeah, you know what? You need to roll a fortitude check for your girl Thomasina if she came out.
No.
All right.
Oh,
Hold on.
this is about adventure, so
Hold on. It's
Wait,
you
how
said
old is Thomasina?
like
14.
14, 15. You know, she's an adult. Oh, she can. Yeah. So you told her to stay in. She did not stay in.
Ooh, good. She's defiant.
Yes.
I
Does
like
anyone have a 0 con modifier?
Why? No.
Okay. Just
I don't know.
okay. I'm looking at the rules for alcohol and I'm trying to learn. Yeah, if you can only handle one drink plus your con modifier per hour.
Ah.
Well, hell yeah, give me another one.
Yeah, give me another one.
Oh, sorry. So
Give me 4 more of them. No.
So, he had set down, and then he set down another one and next to you, and you see that Thomasina has somehow managed to sneak up next to you.
I'm just gonna watch her, like, hand on hip, waiting for this moment. Like, can you do this? Can you do this?
Yeah.
I watch her, and as she puts it down, I pick up the next one that they've given me, and I tap her glass and help finish it off.
Yep.
That's
So,
my girl. I watch her eyes water
Yeah.
up, and she's like,
she's a tough girl. She's not gonna let nobody tell her what to do. So, the other guys in there are gonna introduce themselves as Iberic, Gloud, and Edidus. Eddie.
Eddie. For
I
sure.
did this.
Edidus. See, you look at
Yeah.
They call
And
it
no one
Etsy.
can pronounce his name after the grog.
Yeah.
So that's why he just goes by Eddie.
Eddie. So, yeah, do you guys want to have a conversation, ask them questions, figure out what's going on, where they made this shine, how you can get some more?
I want to know more about how this person died, because maybe it's related.
How about we ask questions about the swamp first before
Yeah.
we start going on?
I'm
my
gonna.
goodness.
Yeah, I
gonna-
want to
I'm
find. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want to ask if there's anything we should be worried about going up towards the 2 lakes.
Yeah, like the thing that killed that person.
Why are
Well,
you
the
hung up
giant-
on the
Welcome back
dead
down to the
man?
swamp.
Can we also maybe ask about the giant snake that lives out here?
Because maybe that's what killed him.
Yeah, also
I gotta go
spooky
real
ass
quick.
snake.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it was a ghost snake. Maybe it was a swampy ghost snake.
Jay, didn't your character deal with the giant snake?
Yeah, I did.
Isn't there a snake god that the goblins worship?
No, he's a lizard god.
Does it have a name?
Yes.
We should ask about that.
What's the name?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know.
You should have wrote it down.
I should have.
Just the one is this year doesn't ask about the giant fang horse. He's pretty sure that he was convinced existed the last time we went into the swamp.
The giant talon-hooved unicorn
Horse.
Pegasus thing.
Talon-hooved unicorn Pegasus.
Carnivorous. You forgot carnivorous.
Yeah.
Oh,
with
carnivorous. Carnivorous Pegasus.
Yeah, that was ripping trees out and pulling them down.
Yep.
I think we need to ask about dangers in the swamp. I think we need to ask about this god in the swamp. I think we need to ask questions about what lays ahead of us. Maybe the 2 lakes and the area around it.
Yeah.
These
But
people
as far
might.
as giant lizard goes, the goblins worship it as a god. It may or may not be a god.
Right.
A big ass snake.
And this is knowledge that your character knows, but none of us do.
Yeah.
And so we only know about the terrible lizard that lives out here. So we're probably going to bring that one up. As far as it goes for the extra knowledge that you have, you can probably save it until we're all somewhere else. Or you can,
I've
share
already
it.
told you guys about it.
Oh,
I mean, I do really
No,
think it's
I
important
told-
to find out how this guy
I
died.
told Emmett about it. I don't think I've told anyone else. about it.
Exactly. I know about it.
Okay. So first about the swamp. Oops.
There's so many beer bottles down there.
You drunk.
Bottles of beer on the floor.
I gotta get into character. Alright. So you wanted to know more about what was in the swamp?
Yeah.
What dangers lie ahead?
Because we're going to the 2 lakes. Or the twin lakes.
Oh, I was-
2 small lakes.
2 small lakes.
okay.
Whatever.
You said there are all sorts of dangers. You got your gators, your gatormen, shamblers.
Gatormen?
Yeah, you got your gatormen.
Shamblers?
Shamblers?
Yeah, you got your shamblers. You know,
Shamblers like the undead?
shamblers at the what? Well,
Like
Shambler, yeah, Shambler be dead. they
dead people
shamble through.
walking?
Walking
Did this
through.
start recently or has it been?
No, it's always been the swamp shamblers. Just gotta look out for them. But I got shit.
Shamblers, are they made the plants or people?
What you think?
I don't.
Shambler be people. Gotta take them
Oh,
out of the
yes,
swamp.
Shamblers. I know what you're talking about now. Yes.
Shambler people
We
take
have-
them out of the swamp.
Exactly.
Now,
Very
I
nasty.
gotcha.
Wet zombies are the worst to deal with.
Ew.
Looks too weird.
What?
Shamblers.
Right, wet shamblers are the worst to deal with.
Yeah. Zombie ain't got no zombies out here. Zombies stay in that town, in that city, in the big city.
Yeah, they're there for this little while ago.
That's where you get your zombies.
We fought them. That was the night of terror. And it was terrible.
We just get the shamblers.
Oh, this stuff is very strong. Can I get
But
another one?
I got you.
This stuff is so strong. It's got you speaking with a Scottish accent.
I know.
Yes.
My accent is getting heavy.
But I got you as a talisman for sale if you want, so it keeps the shamblers away.
I'll buy it.
You buy it for 100 gold pieces.
All right. Honey gold pieces it is.
Honey, so you say you're gonna give him honeyed gold pieces?
Yes.
100 gold
sticky.
pieces.
I give him a piece of gold and cover it in honey.
What the hell is this?
I laugh. Ha 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 ha! I give you honey gold piece.
So the thing that he has in his hand is a weird, strangely smelling bundle of hair, bone, animal hide, and glittering pink quartz. He calls it a talisman that will keep away the shamblers, and he is willing to sell it to you for 100 gold pieces.
And I do a knowledge arcana.
Spellcraft.
Yeah, we all know Arcana.
I'm offering a gold piece covered in honey.
Where did you get honey from? It's not on your character
I
sheet.
don't know.
He just pulls honey out of nowhere.
I have to go blow my
What,
nose.
honey? Gross.
That keeps it,
This too.
keeps it warm.
Ew!
23.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Wait, are we doing knowledge arcana?
I guess that's what's going on.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I have a 20.
See if the talisman is a talisman at all.
Actually real.
24 for
Well,
spellcraft.
the talisman is made of real material things. I'm assuming that, I'm not really sure exactly what you got. Does nobody said they were doing a detect magic or anything, so I'm assuming
That
that
was next.
didn't happen. So, it is it's made of real, materials, and, as far as what, you understand, it looks like it's pretty authentic.
I'm sorry. I'm confused. Then what does spellcraft do?
Well, you would have to cast your spell, your detect magic, and then spellcraft would be if you see a spell, like if you would be able to then identify.
Oh,
spell.
then what I meant to do was, the other thing, identify. Or no, detect magic.
Okay.
I don't know. Isn't detect magic one of your skills?
No.
Oh, it's a spell.
Yeah, it's a skill.
Okay.
It's a skill in in another game, but not
Right.
not here.
So I'm going to, drop something on the floor, hop down under the bar, cast my detect magic.
Okay, go ahead
And then
and
pop-
do your stealth then.
I'm half drunk. I'm
Yeah.
going to wave my hands in the air and cast detect magic right in front of everybody.
Nefera's
I
just gonna
don't
do the
notice
same. He's weird enough.
16 on stealth.
I got a 12 on perception. I'm currently staring at my little glass, going, "This stuff is
Okay.
amazing."
So the other people that are up there be like, "What you got there, swamp witch?"
I even do like some magic words to it. I'm like, abracadabra zing.
That is the shittiest sounding magical words I've ever heard. I mean,
So it sounds so ridiculous that I think that they are not. That instead of like burning you at the stake. Yeah, I think that they will play. They'll be like, you're so funny. Act like
they
you're
don't
some sort of swamp
they don't
witch.
notice. Sorry, they don't notice Nefera and Inari casting detect magic.
Did you guys try to hide it?
I did. I rolled a 16 for
Yeah.
my stealth, and I'm, like, under the bar, because I dropped something.
Did you also try to hide it, Nefera?
Yeah,
What was your
yeah.
stealth?
I rolled a 7, but my stealth is ridiculous. So it's on a 21.
Okay.
So
she doesn't actually
probably-
hide it. She holds her hand up and goes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
"Elvin
Yeah.
bullshit."
So he takes it as, "I would like 2 more drinks, please," and puts a second glass and just puts us like, "You must be very yeah, it's nice to find a lady that can handle liquor."
So how many rounds are we on? I'm keeping track.
Whatever. There's no magic.
Yeah, so he must be at bullshitting.
Well, that's because the other guys that are there, they claim that that it does work.
They probably believe that it works.
So could I do, is there, like, an alchemist roll, or an alchemy roll that I could do?
Yeah, you can try that.
Where is my alchemy?
Hey, what the heck? I'll do religion too. This might be.
Would it be-
simple-
It would be craft alchemy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
20.
Brain.
26.
16.
16.
Yeah.
So you think that with the way that it smells, like maybe the smell is supposed to like be off-putting to shamblers, and especially like if maybe the light hits the quartz just right, it'll be like, you know, it seems weird, but like you put all that stuff together, and maybe like the power of suggestion, like, you know, if it works for them somehow, or else they're just
covers the smell of the living.
Yeah. So you think it's possible, but you're not really sure if it's possible enough to be worth 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, maybe something like that could work, but I don't know. That seems kind of tacky.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be
26.
believing in hokey swamp magic, you know?
Yeah.
26 on the knowledge religion
Oh
roll.
yeah, it's not even a knowledge religion thing at all, so that won't work. Won't help.
I know.
You're just like,
So-
you're like, well, maybe if they believe in it enough, it might work.
Yeah, I'm just going with the. For some reason, I was just going with the Wendell Poon's Discworld after he dies.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Protects the zombie. That's a 300 fish from the Wonderland 300 fish religion.
Okay. All right.
Jay's
So
pizza has arrived.
what else do we want to?
AFK.
Okay.
I really am curious how this last person got taken into the swamp.
Well, he died.
Natural causes?
Yeah, like-
That's what he's asking.
What caused the individual's death? By what manner were they?
You into something morbid? You like that? You like dead people?
Ew.
No. Just curious as to how this person died. Like, is it a secret? Is that why you don't want to tell me?
Who are you, some kind of sea watch dandy boy?
I heard the City Watch doesn't come out here.
You're damn straight don't.
So, they died suspiciously, is what you're telling me by not answering. Yes.
They just died!
People die, man. What you want?
People die every day.
I'm just curious how they died.
Every
All I
Well,
want is to know how they died.
well, you know, and other one of one of the other guys. Well, you know, generally you die when you stop breathing and your heart don't beat no more. That's a general way to tell someone's dead.
Right. No, I feel you may not understand my question. I don't want to know how you knew they were dead. I want to know what killed them. You know, did they drown in this swamp? Or did they get eaten by an alligator? Or did, you know, like somebody stab them in the back and throw them into a ditch? You know?
probably
Who
killed him
the
for
hell would
asking.
do something like that out here? That sounds like some city nonsense.
Oh, maybe it is and maybe it isn't. But how did this person die?
I'm going to
And the
pick
other
up-
one's like, well, I don't know, maybe he died by asking too many questions.
That's exactly why I'm taking a swig of my drink, putting it down, and walking toward the door.
Me too! You're the only one sitting at the bar now.
No,
Yashiro.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
will tap Nefira on the shoulder.
And then so everybody kind of stops and looks at the guy that said and like, cause he's walking up to you like being all serious and whatnot, like maybe they die cause they don't stop talking. Ask too many damn questions.
I got a 17 on stealth to get to the door.
It would be a sense motive, John.
Oh, he's bluffing hard, isn't he? It's a good
Oh,
bluff.
good. I'm gonna catch him. Well, I rolled a 1, so that gives me a 3.
John, you're about to shit your pants. you are gonna die out here and then get just thrown into
Oh my
the
god.
swamp for
Oh
the
my
years.
god.
This is happening right now. This is like your last 5 minutes of life.
So I say, so wait a minute. You killed him because he asked too many questions?
Is Emmett still at the door?
Yeah, I'm leaving.
So John, what do you do? He's walking up towards you, looking real fucking grumpy.
Well, oh gosh, I think I should be going.
Or you could sit there and pull back your jacket and be like, well, if the answers don't come fast enough, hopefully the gun does. You know, you can one up
Do
him with
it!
an intimidate.
Intimidate him!
Oh,
You got
I mean, that's what
around
Emmett
you.
would do. Don't do what
Alright.
Emmett would do.
Is Yashirim really that person though, John?
Emmett is.
I mean, you can do it if you think he is. I'm just saying, don't
Do it!
don't do
Do
something
it!
just because you think somebody else would
Part
do
of
it.
The city watch. I mean, you have like.
I mean, and I have my family's pride to think of.
Yeah.
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 Somebody's like
Um,
trying
yeah.
to buck up to you, boy.
How dare you talk to City Watch like that?
All right, so yeah, I'll he's coming up behind me or beside me.
Whichever one makes you more uncomfortable.
Oh, definitely behind then. So yeah, so I'm gonna spin around on my stool, and quick draw my pistol and do some gun tricks with it.
You're good at gun tricks.
I am, and
Okay.
say say something like something clever. Sorry, I rolled a 3 for my coming up with something clever to say. So
So that's your intimidate is a 3?
oh no,
No. Where's your?
no, I'm
Perform. Oh,
using
okay.
I'm using perform gun tricks as my to help my intimidate. Because gun tricks are impressive
Right.
and intimidating.
Okay, but what was your intimidate roll? Because what was that 3 then?
It's gun trick.
Yeah, it was the gun tricks.
Okay, alright.
But that.
It's a
How much?
14. No. What am I gonna say?
Alright, so you rolled a 3 total.
No,
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 he
14.
rolled a 14.
Okay.
for his gun
14 on the
tricks.
gun tricks. Sorry. Yeah, and bullets kill faster than questions.
Ooh, there you go.
That's-
There you go. I like that. That's good. That's good.
What kind of gun tricks are you doing? Maybe that'll be.
I'm doing it like the spin it out like reverse wise and catch it by the grip. That's a lot of rolls.
It was.
Initiatives.
We're already gone.
I'm not. I'm ready.
Nobody's gone
Outside
yet.
the door.
Nobody's gone yet.
Yeah, my real friends are still here with me.
I'm sitting next to him, egging him on.
What a good friend. These swamp
He's
people are
sitting
gonna
next to
fucking
me.
kill
What's
me.
your
like, yeah.
intimidate?
Oh my god, it's another fucking 3.
New dice.
6 total.
Plus your 2, so an 8. Okay.
So I say it with a nervous tone in my voice.
So, okay, alright. So, you rolled still under a 10. So, your little revolver is adorable. Or whatever kind of gun it is. It's like a little pistol, right?
Yeah.
It's a big pistol.
Go ahead and roll a perception, John.
Come on, give me another 3.
Because that would just be good.
Right?
No, I got 19.
Oh, good. So this is what happens, John. You are like, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna show off my gun, and then and you turn around and you realize that like everybody has a gun. It's like you catch it out of the corner of your eye. At least a couple of the ones on your right, they like everybody has their little like they might not have shots for it, so you're taking a chance on that. But it looks like people out here, they don't mess around because you need your gun to scare off the gators.
Fuck yeah, you do. Because
But
bullets about the only
so
thing
you're
that
like
goes
see
through
it,
a
and you're
gator.
like, oh my god, I'm pulling out my gun, and I'm just gonna do a trick. I'm gonna do a trick.
And then I put it back. I holster it again.
So this guy, like, he looks at your eyes like, but he doesn't stop walking up to you because you got less than you got less than a 10. He would have stopped at a 10. So he keeps walking. That's a pretty little gun you got there. And he reaches over and he's just like, and you think that, like, is he reaching over to hit you, and then reaches past you and picks up the shot glass that the barkeep just tossed down and picks it back up and knocks it back and slams it down, and he just starts fucking laughing his ass off. Oh boy, had you scared, didn't I?
Really loud with him.
We're having fun. We're all friends now.
Oh boy, that old man had a heart attack.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you scared him to death? And I'm like, nudge him on the shoulder. Heart attack.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice drinking with you.
And he puts his arm around you, like spinning you back into the bar, like so you're facing it. Let's go ahead and get me maneuver and another drink. Slamming the bar down.
So at this point, Nefera goes, catches them at no violence, and go back and drink.
Oh boy, you must be from the city or something, trying to come out here with your little pretty piece. Make no, it's no wonder. City folk ask so many questions, ridiculous, ain't it, boys? And they're like, yeah, ha ha ha, so everybody's making a big joke about everything now. With you, and you're pretty much the butt of it at this point.
But
And then, it's like, it's funny because, like, this is me personally, it's funny because you're asking all these questions and you're not asking the ones that matter. That's okay.
I'm gonna ask about the giant thunder lizard.
Yeah, the thunder lizard?
Yeah,
What's its name?
I don't remember the name. The one the goblins worship.
Oh, Vori? Vori. Oh, they'll say that Vori don't come around here.
is Vori around the two lakes?
I said, no, we don't go down there. But pretty sure not. She go up north.
Have you seen people moving through swamp recently?
You left.
Alright, fair enough. Somebody else asked a fucking question since I left.
No, I said Nefera went and got him, saying there was no violence.
Yeah, she said there was no violence. I was leaving before the violence, so I didn't die.
Oh, what are you saying?
You're afraid of 6
Well,
swamp
we are
people?
gonna actually stop now because, like, that's the thing. Like, you guys have been playing on asking, like, murder questions when you should have been asking the real questions. And that's cool. Hopefully you guys will remember.
Thanks, John.
Next time.
I think it was fun listening to John's story
So-
there. It was fun. So I think,
Alright.
good job, John.
Good job,
It was.
John.
I thought that the population decrease wouldn't have been mentioned if it wasn't obviously important for us to follow up on. So.
Agreed.
Well, you know what? Sometimes things are just put in the book just because.
Doesn't pertain to our storyline.
Sure.
Sometimes, John, sometimes they're just a red herring.
Oh,
No! But yeah, so, we will call it here because it's after 10:30, and we will hopefully pick it up next time.
Yeah, because we gotta go because all of us have lives.
Yep. All right. Well, if anybody
Yeah.
decided to hang around for the full time and is listening, thank you so much. We appreciate it, and we will be back on which date with Iron Kingdoms? Probably next month. Who has our
You can
calendar?
I'm pulling it up now.
You can find all of our games that we'll be playing through the month on originalboxset.com. We have our calendar. We're updating the site right now to make sure all of the information is correct, that you guys can follow along with us. You can find links to our podcast, our Patreon, our Facebook, our Instagram, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, the next Iron Kingdoms is going to be at the end of this month on the 30th. This coming Wednesday, we are going to be running our next session of the Pathfinder 2.0 playtest. We are doing the part 2 in the Pale Mountain's Shadow. It's for 4th level characters, and we've made brand new characters to take on this crazy adventure.
Woot.
And next Sunday will be Shadowrun. So stick around, follow our channel so you can get notifications on when we go live, and save and favorite originalboxset.com so you can check out our calendar and all the cool stuff that we're going to be doing in the future.
Follow.
And with that, good night.